here we are, folks.
Welcome back to the Emerald Dragon
2021.
2021.
New
Could it
year,
get worse?
new intros, and we're all just on the same page too. That wasn't even rehearsed. Can you believe that? Well, as my friends have suggested, we're here at the Emerald Dragon, and they're exactly correct. I can confirm. We're playing Tomb of Annihilation tonight. Little D&D. We're back in the jungle. We're gonna survive. We're not gonna get bit by mosquitoes.
Bum, 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 bum. Jungle. Welcome to the jungle. Go ahead.
Wait, copyright.
Yeah, slow down there, Luke. We're about to get kicked off of this damn platform. So before we do that, let's turn it over to Paul so we can't get in any more trouble. He's the sensible one in the group.
I don't know about that. After last session, we'll see if we can have a sensible session this session. But no, we're looking forward to another great time of Tomb of Annihilation. It's been a few weeks since we had the Christmas campaign and a few Curse of Strahds, but it's great to be back, and I am excited to play tonight. So, quick character introduction of the characters left in your group. Let's start with Luke. Who are you playing this evening?
Oh, Garathor is back in the jungle, and Garathor is ready to kill literally anything and everything. Nothing
right,
but
Alex-
pain is in this world.
And Alex, who are you playing?
Iranae, Swashbuckler Rogue, who is rethinking life choices that have led to this adventure.
And Brad, who are you playing this evening?
I'm playing Alastor Eltan, War Magic Wizard. And I recently got done watching the Queen's Gambit, and I think it's going to be a lot like that moving forward here with my little dragon chess set, okay? The Russians are going down, and by the Russians, I mean the snake people and the icy dicks.
Right, challenge Rosnasi to a chess match for
All or
the
nothing.
money.
That's how the campaign ends.
It's a chess match.
What is the Queen's Gambit, by the way?
It's actually a really good
chess
Netflix show.
TV series, and I mean, if you can imagine like high octane chess action, like it delivers.
I've watched Food Wars. I can imagine high octane anything.
It's
All
Food
right.
Wars is dope. I love Food Wars.
And then later on, at some point in this session, hopefully, we will have Kaylie rejoining us with her brand new character. And with that, let us get started with session 30 of Tomb of Annihilation. Last time, not the best session for all of us, I think, as we started off very quickly with a character death, as you guys tried to go into the shrine of one of the trickster gods, encountering some ghasts who paralyzed Iranae and dropped Alex. And as Alex was on the floor, Garathor tried to save her, dragging her away, but the ghast lashed out, and unfortunately, Alex died from her wounds. After taking a long rest, you guys set fire to the Forbidden City. Huge plumes of smoke and ash startled the snake people as they were wondering why there was a fire in their front yard. As you guys tried to make your way further south to as this distraction was going on, there was a character who was standing in your way at the bridge. And as was later introduced, Feathers said that you could not cross the bridge until you fought her to the death. Upon which Garathor took up the challenge and they began swinging. After a while, they both kind of grew tired of fighting as they were both barbarians, and Feathers decided to accompany you for a while. You guys made it to another tomb, and after some searching and discovering, eventually you made your way into a gladiator pit where Garathor was ambushed by 3 stone spear-wielding terracotta warriors who pointed their spears at Garathor and thrust them into him. Garathor started to retreat, And you guys fought them for a little while, but the odds were not in your favor for that battle. So you decided to retreat and regroup. And that is where we left off shortly after that battle, as the Terracotta Warriors retreated back to their cells. And you heard the gates clink shut. Adventurers, what would you like to do?
I would like to begin ritual casting Liamin's tiny hut at the blessing of my party, so we can recoup and
Oh my
rethink our
gosh.
plan there.
This has been a long day. We need to sleep. Oh my gosh.
It's like afternoon right now, right?
Yeah.
All right, look. We need to go back in there. Yeah, we can rest for a bit, but we need that fucking cube. And we can do it smarter this time.
Absolutely agree. At least a short rest. I'll get us some cover, and we'll just make a quick plan. And we got to get that. We got to get that cube. I agree, Iranae.
Yeah.
Feathers is just in the corner. Slowly
I give her
turns
some
around.
pickled. I give her pickled snapper.
She grabs it. Starts eating it.
All right. Do we have the tiny hut up?
Yes.
Do I need to
sure.
look for a place next to the temple, or?
If I recall
Uh,
correctly, there was a wooded area that was like right nearby.
Right.
I
think
will
so.
bring you guys back over to the shrine map. But you guys could rest in the main room. It doesn't appear that there is the 4 statues of warriors that are like this, except they have no spears in their hands. And you can see down into the pits. Perhaps
Yeah. I'll
the
put up
gladiators
I'll put up the tiny hut in the corner of the room, which didn't have any doors or hallways or stairs. I believe it's like the top right corner.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, let's rest here, guys, unless there's any objections.
None here.
Good place as any.
And I can use hit dice. Is that correct?
Yeah, I need some of that as well.
And we're level 7, right?
That we
6.
are.
Yeah, we're level 7. Yep. Okay.
All right, are we just gonna do a short rest, guys?
That sucks, monkey nuts. Oh well.
You
Yeah, I feel like we can't afford to rest too long. And if we split up, have you and I stay up here, we can hit those fucking statues from above, while Garathor and Feathers take them from down below. Keep their attention. What you all think?
I'm down to be the bait, but I need you guys to rain fire from above. Alastor, I've seen fire from those fingers.
is your tiny hut? What is the outs? Is it blended in with stone? Is it stone colored?
Yeah. I think by default, unless I specify otherwise, I would like it to just take on the immediate surroundings wherever I cast it, just as like a camo.
Sure. All right. Well, about 20 minutes into your short rest, as you guys are kind of sitting there recouping, yeah, Feathers is also like just breathing heavy and yeah, she'll get some hit dice back as well. Everyone make a perception check.
I see nothing.
Garathor, open your eyes.
You see the thing that is gonna.
Dude, this is the hardest 20-minute power nap you've ever seen anybody take in their life.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
I am literally sleeping like an actual stone.
Yeah. Iranae, you hear something coming down the stairs, and it's kind of shadowed in this area here in the front entrance. But you hear like soft footprints. It's almost like scurrying.
I'm gonna tap. I can see how hard Garathor is napping. So I'm gonna tap Alastor on the shoulder and just and point towards the door. And I'm going to draw my bow.
All right. I put my hand down to my holstered wand and just wiggle my fingers a little bit in anticipation.
All right. Well, kind of stumbling, well, I wouldn't say stumbling, but making their way slowly down the stairs, you see a creature with it's a small creature, almost goblin-sized, but a little bit more slender. And you see it kind of lurking in the shadows, popping its head out, and you see a small white mask kind of peer around out of the darkness and then poke back in.
Did I ever see the Chewingas? I don't. I feel like I did once, right?
I think so.
Does this look like one of their masks, or?
Somewhat similar. It's a white face mask. Chewingas are about this big.
Yeah.
This is a small creature. Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna hold my bow in low ready, and just see if it'll come further into the room.
I'm also going to ready a firebolt.
30 seconds goes by. 1 minute goes by. Slowly entering into not the light, but I guess it is a dark room, except these warriors have some torches next to them, so there's dim light in this room. Making her way out into this chamber. Kaylie, will you describe your character?
I would love to. Hey, fellas.
Hola.
You see, bonjour. You see, walking behind the corner, standing at a magnificent, about 2.5 feet tall, a very small, slender kobold. She is, well, the first thing you notice is probably the mask. As Paul was describing, it is mostly white with little hints of black vines. And what's interesting about the mask is you notice on her nose, it seems to have been chipped or torn. And it doesn't look like it should fit. It's tied very tightly around her head. Her scales are kind of like a dark blue, almost like a glacier with an underbelly of gold. And she's wearing a shirt that really doesn't look like she should be wearing. It looks like someone's shirt that's way too big. At once it had flowy sleeves, but she's kind of tied them up in knots around her wrists. The V-neck is absolutely plunging, and it looks like it would be dragging on the floor if it weren't for a fairly well-made belt made out of sailing rigging and vines tied around her waist. You see that her little tiny claws are wrapped. And if you look closely, it kind of doesn't look like normal cloth. She's got a very long tail that's just kind of swinging around behind her. And the last thing you would probably notice is her spear she's holding. It's very small, maybe about 3 feet tall. If you look closely, you can tell that it's been snapped in half, and she's tied vines and feathers and jungle foliage around it. She's got two sets of horns, 3 horns each, large in the back towards the front. And her most physical feature probably is the giant ears standing on the top of her head, almost comically large. They are very big.
All right. Well, those. Oh, go ahead. Continue.
No, I say, like, probably as she's going down the stairs, she just kind of looks around and just kind of perception, trying to see if she can see those folks that she saw walk in not too long ago.
Yeah. The group that you've been kind of somewhat stalking, everything with your big ears has gone silent. You're wondering if they even survived whatever was in here. But as you walk in, you see, and I don't think your character would recognize, just this big kind of gray globe in the corner, but you've never been in this place, so it's just could be a piece of the room. It looks odd, but this is a shrine. You see the 4 warriors like this, ready for battle with no spears, some torches, and you kind of make your way in the room, but you don't see anything or hear anyone.
While she's peering into the room.
Sorry, Brad. 1 second. As you walk in the room, mysteriously, as you get a little bit closer, you hear snoring.
I can tell which direction the snoring is coming from.
You kind of, as soon as you get in there, you kind of look over, and it seems to be coming from that corner.
While she's kind of looking right at us, I look over at Iranae and I make 2 signs with my hand. The first one, I hold up a fist. I'm like questioning flaming fists, or I make a little snake motion or snake. Like, what the hell is going on here?
Shrug. Okay, so the hut is like a 10-foot diameter, right? It's like kind of this whole block that we're in.
Right. Feathers slowly gets out her greatsword and kind of leans over towards this kobold that's approaching.
I'll hold up my hand to try and stop her. And could I attempt to sneak out of the dome and behind this like spot right here?
That is a raised pedestal. Yep. Roll stealth check. Oh yeah.
Could
No
I
problem.
possibly roll perception to see if I see her?
You are perceiving already, so yeah.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So yes, I can. Beautiful. I mean, probably not actually. Now that I think about it, I think it's impossible. Yep.
No, your passive perception's better. So nope, you don't see anything.
All right. So sticking, where has this kobold stopped? Okay, then I would like to try and move around kind of this direction, sticking to the shadows as much as I can, trying to like dart across the torches down low to try and avoid throwing a shadow.
That's pretty difficult.
It is.
All right, I'll let you roll. Oh, you got 24. I'll let you do it. Sure. You make it all the way to that statue, somehow like slinking across the back of the room, and this thing doesn't seem to have noticed you yet, somehow. That's some skill.
All right. So...
What are you doing? Or what is your character? What is the kobold doing, I should say?
I would think that she is starting to, like, sticking to the walls, just kind of starting to move her way over to the hut, and like very quietly taking the blunt end of her spear and just kind of tapping on it very quietly, very gently, just trying to see if it's solid.
Alastor, like a zoo animal that you're watching with one-way glass, this kobold is literally like just feet from you, kind of looking intently, inquisitively at this thing, and starts kind of tapping on it a little bit.
With the butt end of your spear?
Yeah.
The butt end, yeah.
I'm gonna grab it.
All right. You're gonna grab it. I'll say that's a surprise. I'm just gonna give you advantage on a strength check.
I need all the help I can get with those, so.
And myself.
Yep. Go ahead and make a contested one. I'm gonna say you go ahead and grab it, but
How strong could a kobold really be?
-1.
Not very.
15. So you grab it. All of a sudden, this kobold, you see this hand emerge from this glass dome and grab your spear. And you wrestle it away. But yeah, this hand just like magically came out of this ball.
I'd take that moment. As soon as she rips it out, I'd take out my wand and just step out of, or I guess I just drop the hut at that point, and I just say, "We're not snakes. We're not icy dicks. You are surrounded and outnumbered. Are you a friend or a foe?"
I take off. I start running, and I kind of want to hide behind this little alcove right here.
So
And I
back
know it's
out
not
the
super hiding,
entrance?
but just kind of, yeah,
Um,
just kind of.
As this kobold starts to run, I would like to move forward and block this torch and just cough conspicuously, like, and I'm not like aiming my bow, but I do have an arrow knocked and drawn. I'm still in low ready. Like, I'm not threatening you. I'm just saying, hey, I'm here and I do have a weapon.
So this group, Miss Kobold, is clearly telling you you shouldn't be going anywhere with all of their weapons half
DM,
raised at this point.
DM, can you
Yes.
do me a favor and roll 1d4 for me real quick? Please.
Why?
Just please. Oh, son of a bitch. All right, so I get startled with the hut dropping, and Duck goes flying, and I run directly into this pedestal right next to me, waking up, and I fall on my ass chasing a bird that has just been flying in the sky while all this is happening.
Okay. Did you write all that out for what would happen?
No,
if I rolled a 4?
so one was up, 2 was right, 3 was down, and 4 was left.
All right, Miss Kobold, they are kind of in a threatening manner, although the barbarian just ran right into a pole. But besides that, are you pursuing and trying to get out, or are you kind of looking at this person that's got a bow and slowing down?
Firstly, may I please be able to move my token?
Oh. Yes.
Thanks. I mean, I don't mind if you control it for me, Paul. That would just be a lot of talking.
All right, you're good to go.
Thanks. Okay, I think she makes it to about here before she notices all of the weapons that are starting to come out. So she just kind of pauses and slinks as far as she can into the little alcove and looks.
Okay.
Okay. You say you are not snake?
Do I look like a fucking snake to you?
No? I see the snake and they are all, some look like people, I don't know.
None of those snakes are possibly as pretty as I am.
Why do you have your weapons pointed at me? What is, if you are not hostile, why do you point the weapons?
Well, who are you then? Are you with the snakes?
Oh, no, I am a kobold. I am not snake. She just stares, holding up her little staff.
An abundance of caution, I assume.
She just kind of lowers it a little bit. Okay.
We're not gonna kill each other right now. Is that fair to say? Look over at Iranae for confirmation.
I would rather not, no?
You see me flipping through a book. I'm like, yep, chapter 7. Kill kobolds.
She squeaks and just kind of hides, like goes back further into the corner.
It's your call, guys.
I holster my wand.
Yeah, I'll release my arrow and return it to the quiver.
Feathers walks up to you and just towers over you and like has her great sword like kind of like half drawn and is like, "What are you doing here, little one?"
I am here to save the world. What are you doing here?
You know, it's funny that that's your reason, because that's kind of why we're here too, yeah?
You are here. You saw the green. You saw the green in the sky.
Oh yeah, we saw it.
Yeah, but just to be clear, little kobold. I assume I know about kobolds. I'm very smart. What would your success criteria be for saving the world exactly?
She just kind of stares at you. I mean, I have not tried before. This is kind of a first time thing.
What would you need, in other words, what would you need to accomplish in order to save the world exactly?
The rise of Tiamat.
Right?
don't know.
Fucking kobolds.
I would need to stop the green from killing my family. That is what I would. I don't know what to do from here, but I'm here. Do you know how to stop it?
We've got some ideas. First of all, what's your name? I'm not just going to keep calling you Kobold.
She just kind of stares, giggles a little bit. Je suis Silky. Sorry. Silky. My name is Silky.
Silky?
Mhm.
Silky and feathers, Kaylie. Holy shit.
I know.
So I look over at Alastor and Iranae, but mostly Iranae. I'm like, Iranae, I think you can take care of this one. And I just go lay back down on my bedroll, and I just.
You seem a little far from home, Silky.
Yes, I am very far from home. She just kind of looks. You do not need to know the story right now, do you? You seem to be in a bit of a state.
There's time for
Do you?
storytelling later.
Well, I'm excited to get back to that battle and kill those gladiators. Or die in the process.
Oh,
Calm down, Feathers. Calm down. Yes, honorable death, all that, yes, but it's much easier to accomplish what we're trying to do if we don't die.
I mean,
Speak for yourself.
well, normally I can help with that, but I'm a little stuck right now. So try not to die, okay?
What are you stuck with?
I have no one with me that can bring back the dead, and that is something I'm very used to being able to do. So don't die, because I can't bring you back, okay?
Given the state of things, I don't think that's an option with or without these abilities or people you speak of.
Yes, okay. What are you? What are your names? Firstly, I don't
Silky,
want to keep this.
my name is Alastor Eltan, formerly of the Flaming Fists, no longer.
I know you the best, sir. I know you the best. You guided me here, actually.
I'm handy in more ways than just one, you could say.
Wait,
I mean, you're not the most graceful man I've ever seen.
But I am good looking.
I have nothing
You
to
see a
compare
fat
it to.
elf in front of you that's
I'm like-
sweating.
As I dab my forehead, I am good looking, and I like suck in my gut a little bit.
I mean, okay.
Straighten out my handlebars. This here is Garathor. He's a bit tired at the moment, and that's Iranae over there. Perhaps we can talk about this later, though. We have the same goals, Silky. Are we in this together or not?
She thinks for a second.
One thing I know is friends are always better than no friends.
Agreed.
Can I do a quick insight check?
Sure.
Just to see if I can at least trust these guys to help reach my goal.
Go for it.
Oh, not one.
Nice.
There is something that seems very odd about this group, And you're normally very good at reading people, but this it seems like they're leaving out a lot.
I think it is a safe thing to assume that we do not trust each other. But you know how to stop the curse, right? And if you know how to stop the curse, then I will come along.
Sounds
I'm
like you
watching
need
you.
us, Silky.
Unfortunately, I have to agree, yes.
Well, can you fight? And Feathers draws her huge greatsword that's bigger than you. And she says, "We're about to fight. You want to join us?"
I can fight, yes. That is actually something I'm good at.
Really? She kind of eyes you.
I kind of hold up my fists and I go, may I?
May you what?
Would you like to see how well I fight? Or are we fighting now?
Go for it.
Silky, just not using her full strength, is just going to punch her in the stomach.
All right. Roll to hit, D20.
Or can I just use my strike stat, or do you want me to roll a d20?
It'd be to hit.
Oh,
16.
Mm-hmm.
What are you, some
Yeah,
kind of
you
monk
hit.
or something?
Boom. You punch her right in the stomach. Oh, do you want to do the full 9 damage?
No, I was just checking to see if that actually worked. So,
Okay.
Yep, nope. So I just punch her in the stomach, just trying to prove something.
Oh, yep. All right. She can join. And Feathers just kind of goes back to the hut area and grabs the walls like, that was a good one. All right. I need to rest.
To answer your question, Mr. Elf, yes, you could say that.
What question was that, Silky?
You scream if I was a monk?
Oh, yeah, I did.
Yeah, kinda.
I'm a
Yes.
half-elf, by the way. Just for accuracy's sake. It's important to be accurate.
I
While
grew up around
speaking.
a lot of elves and half elves. I switched to elvish. You really don't seem like an elf to me.
I'm full of surprises, Silky, I reply in Elvish.
Also in Elvish. Alright, look, it's rude to speak in a language that our companions won't understand.
Sorry,
I switch to Dwarvish and say, what do you mean, Iranae? Come on.
I switched. No.
I switch to Goblin and I say, what the fuck did you just say?
I snore an orc.
Extra guttural.
Okay. Well, what do you need me to do?
Well, right now, we're just finishing up a rest. And then we've sort of got a little plan to do with getting the cube that we need here.
I pull out my dragon chess set and set it up to outline the current scenario and walk her through the game plan for the task at hand.
What is the game plan?
Yeah, what is the plan?
Well,
Here's
once
the game
we get,
plan.
tell us, Garathor.
The game plan is that me, Feathers, and now possibly Miss Kobold, or Silky, if you will be down below. And we are going to lure these Chultan stone warriors into this pit, and fire and arrows and boomsticks are going to rain down from above, while hopefully me and the Barbarian can absorb the damage and try to wrestle away any spears. Our goal is to get spears, is what we decided.
Indeed.
Okay. You sound like you've done this before.
Well,
We're very experienced adventurers.
yeah, we'll go with that. Yeah.
I'm like trying to like hide my like newest flesh wound like on my inner forearm, like a deep gouge. Like, yeah, very much so. All right, Duck, stay here. And I tie Duck's scarf, and I set Duck on the Chultan warrior that does have a spear in the corner, while I summon Feathers and Silky behind me. heading down into the pit.
All right, we'll say that you finish your set up the hut, finish your rest, and yeah, you can proceed with your plan.
I pack up my dragon chest set, and I unholster my wand, and I get in fighting position up above.
All right. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, as me and Feathers are walking down the corridor to the basement, I'm admiring this greatsword a lot. Feathers.
What little orc?
Okay, let's just say that you ran away from me, but it's okay. Does your culture and people admire money and wealth and gold?
Of course we do, but there are things much more important than that.
I'll give you 100 gold right now for your sword.
I would rather die.
I'll give you 6 platinum pieces.
I will, however, fight you to the death for my sword after we fight these terracotta warriors.
This
time I won't let you go.
100 gold and 2 onyx gemstones for that sword.
You don't know me at all.
I will give you my loincloth.
That you can keep, sir. And she starts walking forward towards the warriors.
I'm fucking pissed. I just want everyone to know I'm pissed.
You guys know that as soon as you walk into that room, it depresses something. You hear something in the sand. So that room is actually the trigger. So let's assume Garathor is there, and then Feathers just walked past you right there. Where did Feathers go?
Alright, and center of the pit. And I would like to be set up right here on this side so that when the warriors go in, I will be behind them.
Okay.
I will be standing next to Mr. Garathor. I'll just kind of look at him and say, okay, I'm going to follow your lead here, okay? You seem to know what you're doing.
Stay behind me, little one. We'll see how valuable you are.
Oh, well, that was rude.
Dude, you're 2 feet tall.
You are very small for an orc.
I'm still bigger than you, half dragon, little man.
I'm girl.
Little lizard.
You are very rude.
You have very pretty scales. But
What?
I didn't say anything. Let's save this for later.
Okay.
Like, quit flirting, you two. I'll take left, you take right. And she walks in. Feathers walks into the room and pulls out her sword and stands at the ready. So right to the, well, I guess when they come in, it'll be a right. And you hear, as soon as she starts walking in, this ching, 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 ching of gates raising. Are you going in the room, Garathor, or are you staying at that?
Yeah, no, I'm going to look back at Silky and be like, be at the ready. They're going to come right behind. They're going to be following me when I return. And I will go running this way.
You're running into the cells?
I would like to prepare like a dash action if it's possible, if this is like pre-initiative.
Yeah, you guys can prepare, but...
Yeah, I'd like to prepare a dash action. My goal is to go in there, get the Chult warriors' attention, and then run away from them.
Okay. You walk in, and as we'll say that you're kind of just peering around the corner just enough. You see them once again. The gates are flung open, the bars, and you see them climbing along the ceiling, just like straight up, like a spider. And they're then you see them kind of like up about 10 feet up, and they're coming towards you.
Okay, then I would like to dodge back this way to draw them past both Feathers and Iranae and into the full sight of Alastor.
All right. And with that, I need everyone to roll initiative.
Is it too late to rage? I probably missed my opportunity to rage.
Well, we can say that you're raging and Feathers is raging. Whatever you want to do, you guys can have a held action as well, I guess, when they come into the room.
I will hold an arrow for when the first one enters the room.
So Garathor and Feathers will be holding their rage, we'll just say. as to not rage prematurely before they come into the room. So as soon as you see them, they rage. Silky, are you holding anything?
I am just going to be... Not really, no. I'm just going to stand in a crouch in the doorway holding my spear.
I'm gonna ready a Ray of Frost.
Should they flip up?
Okay. Huh. All right. You guys want to jump right in, or do you want to take a quick break?
Can we jump in?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
Sure.
No yawning, Brad.
The dice are gonna be with us tonight, brothers. And Kaylie.
I mean, I could be a brother.
Oh, you are one of the brothers, brother.
Aw, thanks, guys.
Luke, my hair is almost long enough to headbang again.
Almost.
It's getting there. It's getting
Dude,
there.
I think I'm gonna go full mullet.
Mullet, really?
I need to find someone to feather it for me.
So, Feathers is going to rage and hold her attack action. She's like, here they come. It is the gladiator's turn. They run out into the pit. They kind of like, you hear scurrying on the ceiling as they climb, like as if they're Spider-Man, and you see them all just one at a time, like woof, kick off of the side of the ceiling of the entryway, and they all land in the middle of the pit. 1, 2, 3. Doof, doof, doof. They land and the sand kind of kicks up. Two of them are looking right at you, Garathor. And the other one's looking at Feathers at this moment.
Am I raging at this point yet?
You are raging.
Okay, so just let it be known that I'm standing there with them coming right at me, and I do a really fancy, just take my longsword, trying to aggro the fuck out of these guys. Come at me, bro. Full come at me, bro energy.
All right. Feathers is going to take her slash, raging. That is a hit. 13 slashing damage. Ah! Feathers just lets out this huge battle cry. Slashes the one right in front of it. Looks like it was a good shot. The gladiator, you just see like sparks fly as it hits its stone form, and pieces of rubble are flying off of its body. All right, it is the gladiator's turn.
When do our held actions come into play?
Oh, right now. Yep. All your held actions.
All right. Would you like to go first, Brad?
Sure. Given my superior tactical wit.
Probably be Dex in this situation. So Iranae would probably go first, but it's okay.
Oh, I do have a tactical wit feature. That's why I made that joke.
Oh, yeah.
I add my intelligence to my initiative if I want to, but I was just making a funny. So, Ray of Frost, 18 to hit. I'm going to hit the one, probably just the one that Feathers just hit.
Okay. 18 is a hit.
18 hits, cool. We lost Kaylie.
Coming back in now.
12 cold damage, and that gladiator's speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Okay, good to know.
till the start of my next turn.
All right.
All right, I would like to make an attack with my short bow against this gladiator right here in front of Garathor.
Go for it.
Nope.
9 is a miss. Your arrow goes over its head wide, and the gladiators kind of look up at both of you. You just see them in like this fierce action, look at the ceiling with their
Question, DM. Was the gladiator aware of my presence? I did not say that I was, but I was like 30 feet above its head, behind it. I leave this entirely to you. Ability checks only, so. That's halved, right? Okay. So because they have an idea that we are up here, even if I were to use a bonus action to pull away from the edge and hide and move, they're still aware that we're up here, right? Okay. The reason I ask is because if you make a ranged attack while hidden, you get advantage on the attack. So, okay. Then I will do that. I will use my bonus action to hide and move down here to this side of the wall. And which one is the one that knocked Garathor over? The bottom one? Alright, I will make an attack against that with my short bow. $24. Alright, so that will be regular damage of 8 plus 10 from sneak attack, so 18 damage total. It does, yes. Is this 2 attacks as in 2-weapon fighting, or you get to make 2 attacks when you take the attack action? I do not know then. Give me one moment.
For me, as a DM.
Sweet. So
not
with
game
my... Oh, we'll see. With my movement of 45
Oh, that's
feet...
true. I forgot about monks. Quick,
Monks,
look that up,
baby.
Alex.
I would like to use my speed and rush into the room, kind of Naruto running. Would it be possible to kind of sneak through Garathor and just kind of get over right here behind these 2 sentinels?
That's 100% possible, yes.
Okay.
It is.
Sweet. And then I would like to go after this guy with my spear.
We are doing it correctly, by the way.
Cool.
We are? Okay.
Yes, you can move in between the attacks granted.
Oh, nice. Even
Oh, really?
2 attacks?
Yeah.
That's cool. Good to know. Also for Ghost.
Let's go, monks.
Monks are good. I'm learning. Have patience with me, y'all. Can I 2-weapon fighting with a spear?
No. 2-weapon fighting is a
Okay.
fighting style that specifically uses 2 weapons.
Right.
Thank you.
I
Alright,
will
so-
now. I will give you +2 because you are flanking with Garathor to either one.
Oh, well, I already get advantage from pack tactics.
Well, you can also have +2.
And +2. All right.
Shh, Kaylie, just take the +2.
And 24,
Nice.
so
26
24
hits.
to hit.
Yeah.
Sweet. And so he takes 5 piercing damage, and I would also like to spend 1 key point to use Stunning Strike. So I need you to make a
Alright.
Constitution saving throw. You need to beat a 14.
And thus begins the bane of the DM.
You
A wild
thought
part-
my extra sneak attack activation was bad. You didn't have a monk in the party.
Wild Magic Barbarian, that was child's play. Let's get it really on.
This is a good con, though. Let's see. 14? What'd you say?
To beat a 14, so does that beat it?
No,
If it ties, it's
It's safe.
success.
It's a success.
Yeah,
Damn it.
ties to the defender.
Okay.
except for armor
I
class.
will-
Except for armor class.
Except for armor class. Okay, then same one. I will hit him one more time with my spear, once again with advantage.
And which one are you hitting? Silky?
I am hitting this one right here. The one that was going
Okay.
after Garathor, I think. You kinda
5
blacked out there for a
damage.
minute. 5 damage, and then hit him one more time with advantage, and +2, so 20,
Hit.
28. So 6 piercing, and here's a fun fact: there is no limit to how many times you can do stunning strike. So I would like to try it one more time.
Only
Alright.
limited to your key points.
The only limit is your imagination.
And
And key points. And key points. I already
job.
made it very clear to Kaylie that she better keep track of those. Like a
I made a key
'cause
tracker.
I will be
Look at this.
pissed.
I
I
made
know.
one.
Oh, nice.
I made a
Nice.
key card.
Because that will be my demise for all the
2
monsters
down.
I create.
It is a key card.
Oh yeah, I used 3 extra stunning strikes that battle. Oops.
If the DM doesn't
22.
Damn it.
All right.
Fine. Well,
They-
I believe because I believe I get a bonus action. One more. Hold on. What does it say? Blah, blah, blah. When you use an attack action.
So you-
With an unarmed strike. Ooh, I can make
punch?
one unarmed strike as a bonus action.
You can, yeah.
Yep.
You
sweet.
punch twice, and it feels like you're impacting, and you see stone flying like you're damaging. But as you're trying to stun it, it just it feels like it is very hardy. Like this stone
Okay.
is just actual stone that you're trying to stun into place.
I look at my fists and I go, ah, shit, this usually works. And then I'm just gonna try to punch it.
All right. Add advantage +2.
Oh, and not 20.
Nice.
All right, crit.
So
Get it.
First
that is
Silky
full
crit.
damage, right?
So yeah. So
Full
add your
damage
dice.
plus your roll.
Right.
So
But just
full damage
roll
plus
one of
my
the
roll,
normal
so-
ones and add a full damage.
Wait. Okay, so full damage would be 1d6, so 6 damage, and then I roll the d6 again.
Roll just the black one underneath the
Yeah.
non-crit,
Oh, okay.
the unarmed strike.
Oh, the non-crit? Okay.
Yeah,
Yep.
roll the non-crit and add 6 to it.
Okay. Then?
16.
So 16.
Alright.
And that's it? 16 damage? Thanks.
Do you use
Learning.
dexterity for your damage modifier with the monk?
I do.
Okay.
Yes, so
You
I
see a
punch.
bunch of, so you just boof, boof, boof. Tried to stun it twice, but you still see a bunch of stone shards flying as you see this little kobold like punching it, and the stone is like flying. Like you've seen the stone fly from both Feathers and Garathor, or I guess just Feathers at this point. But this seems comparable. This little kobold's going to town on this thing. All right, does that end your turn,
Oui. Yes, it does.
Garathor?
I'm grappled, pinned, prone.
You're nothing, right? Oh, you're prone. You're prone.
I'm just prone.
After movement, stand up. That's it.
Holy shit, how much
Not as
health do
athlete,
these
I'm
have?
pretty sure. But we'll figure that out later. It really doesn't matter. I'm gonna stand up and start fucking swinging at this guy who just shield bashed me, because I'm a little bit on the pissed side of things.
All right.
Right.
They have a lot of health.
Yeah, we've dealt 45 damage to that one.
So
Yeah, you
25 damage to the guy right here.
25?
25. No, sorry, 29.
With the rage.
With the rage damage.
All right, 29. And you're using the longsword? Yeah, you cut into it and take 2 slashes, and you see a bunch of stone flying. It, like, looks at you angrily. It's still up. It's still
It's
fighting.
still up. Are you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Grab the spear, Garathor.
I mean, I'm at. That'd be a strength check or skill, right? Most likely to be athletics, and I'm at disadvantage on those right now. So
But you're
That's
raging, right?
I'm raging, but I'm not sure what trumps.
Rage gives
the other.
you an advantage on skill checks, and you have exhaustion when it gives you
So it
disadvantage.
just makes it a wash.
Be a
Would
straight
you, DM? Would you allow me to try to grab a spear out of his hand, or would that be an action since I've already attacked?
That would be an action.
I'm going to yell and just
I'm
yell.
just gonna say, Garathor, as you take a look about this plan and you like look down, it looks like the spear is a part of its hand. Like the
I
stone-
had a it's like chiseled into it. It's like completely
like it hasn't moved its hand at all. It looks like it's a golem, like, and it was built into its hand.
Alastor, how about you hit something this time?
All right, that brings us to Feathers.
and I'm done. Yeah.
Feathers
Feathers
takes a look
doing
at the
her
one
wi-
right in front of her, and she says,
"Can you roll a d8 for whatever happens, like for the wild magic of that?"
"Oh,
Say, did you roll your wild magic?
please.
I did not. Yeah, someone else has to be Feathers."
I mean, I could
6.
try, but
Quick, get Tasha's.
I've got it right here.
I don't have Tasha's.
Get Tasha's. It's very good.
Dude, it's possibly the best book.
Everyone within 10 feet gets a +1 bonus to AC.
Ooh.
Including the bad guys.
No,
Okay.
Am I within 10 feet?
Would have saved me last turn.
you guys
Son
all
of a
get it
bitch.
right. I should have been using that all along. What was I thinking? She gets out her sword and takes a slash. Why did I forget that? Ah!
I did get all of the classes and spells and all that on D&D Beyond, though.
Nice.
10 is a miss. Feathers goes and the warrior ducks and just misses this warrior as she swings into the wall and you see a bunch of sparks fly. She goes, ah! And that's the end of her turn.
No, she should be able to attack again, just as a base
second
barbarian second attack.
Thank you,
All right,
Garathor.
I got you, buddy.
Jeez, Paul, learn to Barbarian. In addition to
Paul.
all of the other game knowledge you have to have.
Luke, you pretty much just tell me how to play this.
No,
That'll
I'm
be
going
fine.
to. Yeah, no.
I'm
I will-
serious.
Yeah,
Please
no, I'm
do.
good with it.
Tell me exactly what to do.
Yeah, I got you.
All right. Feathers takes another swing. This one's a hit with a 16. Ah, she smiles. Oh, that's the crit. 14.
It'll be 14, 16 damage. Plus 2 raging.
No, the raging's added in.
Oh, you have that added into the roll?
I do. I have.
Oh,
that's
look
why
at
I have
that. You do. Look at that.
Parentheses raging.
Yeah. I don't know how you did that, but that's
I can
cool.
show you that later, Luke.
Okay.
Well, this one looks like it's getting wear and tear on it, and the other one is looking way worse. But she's
Heard
kind of
that
looking
before.
over at the other one and looking at this one, and that's the end of her turn. All right, the gladiators are up. 3 attacks on Feathers.
First 2 hit.
21 and 16 hit, so 26 damage to Feathers.
13 damage. Just make sure you half that. Double check.
Yep. Thank you. What I did. And Garathor, this middle one is going to... No, the middle one is going to attack Silky.
Thank God.
Two hits, I'm guessing, which is 20 damage
22
total.
hits. 20 total? Okay.
And the final one is going to shield bash you once more. No, now that they're not working as a team, we'll just do 3. 16, 21, 11.
On who?
You.
Oh, let's see. That is 12, 23, so I'm going to take 12 damage.
Okay. That is the end of the gladiator's turn. Alastor.
Can I tell which one's the most damage at this point?
Definitely the one on the bottom.
Right here.
That guy?
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm going to cast Scorching Ray, shooting over Garathor's head to hit that
Right.
guy.
3 to hit. Hit.
18, 17.
How do you want to do this?
Hit!
How do you want to do
Oh
this?
my god.
If
That
I
helps a
kill-
lot.
If I kill him, if I kill the gladiator with one of the strikes, could I divert the other shots? Like it would be like strike and then damage and then strike and then damage. I probably should have just rolled damage before I got all three, right?
Yeah. I think you actually have to select. Well, I don't think you will. So go ahead and roll damage.
Let's see. Yeah. Okay.
It'll be close.
6, 7, 5.
11, 18.
18.
That is not enough.
Oh
But
my
yeah,
god.
Oh, Lord.
Oh my
gets
lantern.
down on one knee and puts his spear up and then climbs against the wall and kind of picks itself back up. All right.
Good lord. All right.
Iranae.
I'm gonna
They have
just
a lot of hit points, guys.
Couldn't tell.
All right, I would like to bonus action hide.
Roll a stealth check. Is good enough.
And then I will use, that was 25 feet of movement to get up here to this corner. And I will fire at this very injured thing right there.
All right.
24 to hit.
That's a hit.
So that'll be 5 points of piercing damage plus an additional 19.
With an arrow, what does this look like as you explode this gladiator?
Well, seeing this thing bearing down on Garathor, it's thrusting, so it's drawing back, and it's revealing the front of its neck. And so seeing that just lock in and just release right as it starts moving forward, so that it will just shatter the neck and let the head just kind of slump forward, landing in front of Garathor.
Okay. You shoot it right in the Adam's apple, and this head just rolls on the ground next to you. The rest of the body, like you see the arms immediately just fall off, and the torso falls, and the legs fall apart, and all this dust and sand flies up. And as the sand and dust kind of settle, all you see is its spear laying very neatly on top of this pile. All right.
I got you, Garathor!
Yeah, no, I'm very happy.
Is it me?
Silky.
Okay, dokie. Quick check-in. How does this guy in front of me look? Is he looking pretty sturdy?
He's full health.
Oh, good. And how hurt is Garathor? Does he look pretty bad?
Garathor looks pretty fine.
Pretty fine.
I'm pretty bloody.
Oh, really?
Pretty
I don't know
bloody?
what the DM's talking about. I'm pretty
Okay.
bloody.
Okay.
There's a tooth hanging by a tendon in my mouth right now.
I'll
right,
let you
so-
describe your own character from now on. I actually had no idea.
Okay,
not looking
the
good.
first thing I'm gonna do is just do one spear attack to the one in front of me.
Okay.
And I get advantage. 22.
That's a hit.
Assuming that hits. 9.
All right.
And then I'm going to use Flurry of Blows. So I'm
Good.
going to attack one more time with my spear. $21, 12, and then I'm going to use one of those, so 12 damage, and then I'm going to use one of those Flurry of Blows to do an unarmed strike. So I'm assuming a 9 isn't gonna hit.
9 does not hit.
Okay. And I'm going to use the second unarmed strike to lean over to Garathor, touch him on the leg, and I would like to use my ability called Hand of Healing.
How much damage have you done so far? You did.
I did 9 piercing damage. Oh, I get advantage to hit him, Kaylie. Jeez.
Right.
Sorry,
But
you
you
get one more
okay?
try.
But the second one was a 12.
Yeah, 12
Assuming
damage.
You don't crit. Okay.
Yes, so 12.
21.
Sorry, no, it was 9 for my first attack, 12 for my spear attack, 9 for...
So you're at 30 right now. That's
Oh, right.
damn. Okay. Continue.
Yes, and then I get 2 hits. I get advantage, so I get to try one more time on that unarmed. Does the 26 hit?
It does.
Okay. So 10.
All right.
And then using the final, I think that makes, yeah, using my final unarmed strike, I am going to use Hand of Healing on
I think
Garathor.
you did 2 unarmed strikes already.
Oh, shoot, sorry. I meant to say that I was only doing 1, and I lost track.
You can take away the 10 if you want.
10's pretty good, though. That Garathor might die, and I don't want that to happen.
You're fine.
Okay, I will keep the 10.
You owe Garathor nothing.
All right, does that end your
keep the
turn?
10. I will stand, like, this guy's dead, right? So I'll just kind of stand right over next to Garathor and just kind of look at the sentinel and just be like, hey! Don't summon your own size! And just kind of wave my spear at it, trying to distract it away from Garathor.
Damn, that was 40 damage, Kaylie. That was a lot. All right, Garathor.
Is this creature looking at me? Or is it looking at the kobold?
That one's looking at Silky still.
Does that give me advantage if I attack it? Just kidding. I'm just
You
messing.
have +2.
I'm just gonna.
No. You have +5 because you are surrounding it.
Oh.
3 angles.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm going to swing twice at this little fuck. Sorry. This is an adult stream, everybody. I want it to be known.
Oh man, this is really funny for a different reason.
25 hits. Crit! Much needed.
Very nice.
All right. Roll the first one. 12.
14. And... see, 10 plus 10, so 20. Hold on.
Jeez.
Plus 6, so that's 26. 28? 28 damage, plus the initial 12, so 40 damage.
All right.
Good.
You freaking carve this thing, and there's like you see sparks, and there's just a huge gash right along its chest where you hit it. And then you do the same thing on the other side, and there's like a huge X on his body, and pieces of it are just tumbling away now. And it kind of looks down for a second and grabs its spear and is ready still to attack, but looks very wounded. All right, Feathers is now going to make her way, seeing you just smash the crap out of this one. Actually, she can just stay there. And looks over and readies her greatsword and takes 2 swipes. That is 2 hits.
Nice.
25 damage. Not enough. You see the gladiator fall like she hits it and it like falls on its knees, and then she hits it again and it like goes all the way to the ground, and it puts its spear in the sand and like picks itself back up. It is not looking good, but it is their turn. One is going to attack Feathers, one is going to attack Garathor. Feathers. That is 2 hits only. Or 1 hit.
Nope,
1 hit.
1 hit.
13. Reduced to 7. And Garathor.
He wants to take bets.
2 hits. 26. Reduced to 13.
Let's just say that it looks like the life has left Garathor for a second. And just like the guy who picked himself up, my head is down in the sand, and I pick myself up, and I'm at 1 hit point.
You guys are looking at each other, like picking yourselves up with your weapons. It's like a race to get up first.
Yeah, some Conan shit going on.
It grimaces at you. All right, Alastor.
So both of those are looking pretty messed up at this point.
Only the one in the middle. The other one is looking like it's taking some wear and tear.
Is that the one that Feathers just hit?
The middle one, Feathers saw that the middle one was the most hurt, and that one's nearly dead.
Got it. I'll do a Scorching Ray again.
Okay,
19 to hit.
that's a hit.
Should I roll damage after each one?
Yeah, go ahead. I don't know if you have to select targets beforehand, but we'll figure it out later. That'll do it.
Nice.
Woo!
What does that look like?
A blast of it blasts its which way is it facing? Which way was it facing? Towards Garathor?
It's facing Garathor. They're both looking at each other menacingly, trying to get back up.
All right, it blasts it in the back of the head, and it sends rubble and flame off in every direction.
All right.
Garathor gets pelted by some
No, I don't get hit by anything.
debris.
He lied. He didn't say anything.
Yeah.
All right, you see this gladiator start to heat up from this first scorching ray. You see it get hotter and hotter, and it explodes, and all these flaming rocks, like as if a volcano just erupted, fly over the room. And in the middle, all you see left is this spear that poof hits the sand, and a little bit of dust flies up.
I'd like to look up at Alastor and give him a nod of approval.
I nod back and immediately fire 2 more at the other one. 23.
Perfect. Roll damage on both.
Man.
6 and 16.
All right. Boof, boof. Takes 2 shots, and it looks up at you. Kind of looks around at his fallen foes, puts its spear in the air, and puts it down like it's ready to fight. Does that end your turn?
When it looks up at me, I tip my cap. And yeah, that'll end my turn.
And to you, sir. Iranae.
All right. I would like to use my bonus action to hide.
Another stealth check.
19 again.
That is enough.
This time I will move over here, using 30 feet of movement, and I will make an attack with my short. $24 again.
That'll do it. Well,
So
8
8
plus.
points of piercing damage plus an additional 15 for 23 points of piercing damage.
all right. He is looking like your arrow just makes all these rocks splinter out. It takes a knee and gets back up. It's looking wounded. Silky.
All right. Silky looks at Garathor and looks at the gladiator and can tell that we're probably about to kill it. So I just kind of look at Garathor and I hold up one little claw and say, "Hold, just hold it."
I gave you the nod of approval as there's blood, even more blood just coming out of my mouth. I'm just like,
One second. So I Jesus Christ. I will just go ahead and take say just 2 staff attacks. Spear attacks. I keep saying staff, it's a spear.
Okay.
First one is well, that already hits, so 21 to hit, and then a
Yep.
Yep.
Both hit.
Okay. So that is Monk 11 plus
20?
9, so 20.
It is
still
down
up?
on one knee, looking
And
up
I
at
will
you.
use my bonus action to make 1 unarmed strike.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
That's a hit.
Oh, yep. Okay, ignore the nat
Roll
one.
for crit. You never know.
Yep. And then 6 damage.
All right. Oof. He gets down like he's like leveled against the ground again, puts his hands up and gets back to his knees.
He's still up?
Still up. Garathor.
Not really.
Oh no. Yeah,
I will grab my sword by the hilt, and I will pick myself up, and I will saunter right up to its face on the ground, and I'm going to just swing once. Is that on advantage since it's on the ground?
If you move over,
Or no,
assuming
that's +5 though. You said right, so
if you
18.
move over here, then it's +5.
Yeah. I move up to it to attack.
Yep.
So 18 hits.
18 hits.
So it's 11. 16 hits.
Yep.
11 again.
All right. What does this look like with your long
So
sword?
I honestly, Miss Kobold, if you can move your token real quick for me,
Oh yeah.
because I would like that spot. Thank you. Now you can
Oh,
move down to the
wow.
bottom.
You could probably just
move out of the way
Okay.
while I do the finishing blow.
Still again,
Please.
like,
Step aside.
still, so you guys are all standing above it. I'm literally just spewing blood on the ground. Things are exploding. And again, I just pick up myself and I just like drag my sword and I just one time and it like hits the ground and it tries to pick itself up and I just Ignatius! And I swing down and I fucking break this head clean off. And like as it hits the ground, I even fall to one knee and I grab the spear and I just turn around and I'm dragging the spear and my sword behind me as I walk up the hallway, up the stairs, and you hear thunk, 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 just this spear and sword just dragging along the ground as I go up to the top.
All right. There are 3 spears on the ground there, corresponding to the 3 statues upstairs. You have defeated the clay gladiators. Power Cats, what would you like to do next?
Maybe
I would like
now.
with my -1 strength, I would like to try to pick up one of the stone spears.
It's not that much heavier than
Okay,
a normal
good.
spear. Like, you feel both, and you're like, this is terribly weighted, and it's a terrible weapon, but it's a stone spear.
All right, cool. I'll grab one and start walking up the stairs. Actually,
Go ahead.
how high up is it until the grate on the ceiling? Is it like a 10-foot pit, 20-foot pit?
Yeah. Probably about 20 feet.
Ah, okay. Probably shouldn't. Never mind. I'll take the long way.
I'm going to drop my spear at Alastor's feet. And I'm going to set my head against a wall. And Duck is going to promptly land on my shoulder. And I'm going to feed Duck a piece of pickled snapper while I sit there and eat my own piece of pickled snapper. And I'm going to look over to Iranae. Iranae, there might be some treasure down there, but can you look for it for me, please?
I'll see if I can find anything. Yeah.
I'm gonna make some dinner, and I'm gonna start cooking.
All right.
Yeah. While they're dealing with the spears, I'll head down and just poke my head into this room over here and see if there's anything we didn't see the first time.
Okay. When you guys left, you heard all the chain doors go ching, 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 slam shut. As you walk through the pit, you hear it go ching, 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 and open once again. It stays open for a little bit, but you walk through, you check all 4 cells, and they all appear to be empty.
All right, then I will head back up to the top.
Garathor, don't start cooking quite yet. We gotta find a place to take a rest. Let's just get this cube here and make a decision.
Okay.
I instruct Silky to place the spears on the opposite side. I'll take one put it. I guess there's 2 on one side and 1 on the other.
Correct.
I'll take the one, put it there, and walk over to the pedestal while she's placing the other 2.
I reach. And I jump. And I put it in its hands. I'm assuming
right.
Feathers has the last one.
Feathers puts in the last one. Are you guys putting them in all together?
Yeah.
All right. As you do so, emerging from the pedestal in the middle, you see it kind of sink down this square, and then when it re-emerges back up, there is a cube with a interesting animal on it on each of its sides, but it emerges and it looks very similar. It is indeed a puzzle cube, as you would know, Alastor.
I'm gonna collect that. Put it in my pouch with my other one. Also, when I look at it, would I recognize the symbolism on it? Like, I know a little bit about the lore and everything, right?
Yes, you know it's named Shigambi. Make a nature check. You don't recognize it. It looks like a cat with weird things down its back. You're not sure if they're vines or what. You're not quite sure what the animal itself is, but you know the legend of Shigambi and kind of what he... the hint was like fight with honor, so it seems to be a warrior type of trickster god and someone that would be more inclined to battle in honorable battle.
All right, 2 out of 9 cubes, you guys. We gotta take a rest. Should we do it here, or should we go outside in the wooded area?
I mean, we should probably find the wooded area, yeah? I mean, in here, we did just make a decent amount of noise.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
Garathor, do you need... I would like to walk over to Garathor before we go, and I would like to touch him on the chest. Close my eyes and concentrate and just kind of try to transfer my ki energy. And I would like to use Hand of Healing.
I'd like it to be known that it's very uncomfortable that a kobold just walked up and touched me on the chest. But she
doesn't seem to notice.
I have also noticed that everything about this fucking island is not normal. And since I'm still 15 years old, I don't even know what's happening in life anymore. Life is perpetual shock on Chult. So I'm just
Fair enough.
Okay, here we go.
6 points of healing.
And honestly, like, I feel freshness come through, and I look down.
Garathor, do you have any other ailments right now? Are you exhausted?
Yes, I am.
I cure your exhaustion.
Like, I feel like a double. Just I look down at the kobold, and I very awkwardly just like pat you on the head, just like.
I smile. Hold on, I want to make sure.
You can't heal exhaustion.
I can, using Physician's Touch, I can end one disease or one of the following conditions. Oh, sorry, never mind. You're still exhausted.
I feel better for a second, and then I exhale, and blood comes out, and and I still reach forward, and I just pat you on the head. Thank you.
Alastor standing at the stairs, like, and we're moving. Yes, right this way.
Yeah, I walk out the door at the summoning of Alastor.
All right.
Like to find a good spot and ritual cast Liamon's tiny hut, please.
All right. Just like outside in the courtyard.
In a wooded area nearby.
Okay, outside of the.
There was some wooded areas.
Sure. Is this going to be on the Omu map now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I'll drag you over.
Unless there's anything to reveal on that side, but either way. This is my Theater of the Mind map.
So we're down here, right?
Yeah.
So why don't we just head down to this little area, or we could go to this area.
This one here, yeah, thick.
Yeah, let's go over here. Let's go over to thickness.
All right. You guys make your way over there, and
nice X, whoever did that.
Are you gonna set up the hut?
Yes, sir.
Okay. You guys set up the hut, no problem, and you guys don't hear anything or see anything for the course of the hour. And let's take a quick break. 5 minutes.
All right.
Congratulate yourselves on your first puzzle cube.
We've got one puzzle cube. Nothing to go.
Well earned.
Will they survive? Only time will tell. DM, take it away.
Great introduction, Luke. I am so ready to play D&D now. Brother. That's kind of piratey, actually. All right, where we left off.
That was my favorite tool.
Had that for 300 years.
Your brother.
Shove it directly into a lock.
No, my
Give it to the drug addict.
All right. So the
In-
dome
Boys are
is up,
weird.
and you guys are about ready to take an hour-long short rest.
No, I'm opting for long rest here, everybody.
Or long, whatever rest. Yeah.
But if we,
Silky just kind of looks at you and well, I can heal you 3 more times and then I can take short rest. It will give you some. Do you want?
I will take whatever healing you got, but little one, let's talk to everybody, guys. It's mid-afternoon. If we take a long rest right now, it'd be nighttime. We could hop right over across this large pathway. Maybe in the darkness we could sneak in and get another puzzle cube.
We did determine
Fight
on the
better in
break
the
too
dark.
that it's like 11 a.m. based on the timeline. But yeah, it still puts us at.
So essentially it'd be
7 o'clock.
dusk. It'd be
Yeah.
like dusk, right? And then, so my idea is that we take a long rest since I'm kind of beat to shit right now.
I'm with you.
I literally only have 1 hit dice left. ESO a short rest, really.
Do half elves get dark vision? Does Alastor have dark vision?
Paul, everybody except for humans get dark vision.
I don't think I do. Actually.
Humans are the only class that don't get dark vision.
Double check that for me.
No, elves do not get dark vision.
What?
We get
Oh,
trance.
drow.
Yeah,
Oh,
we get trance,
drow,
so we only have to rest for 4 hours.
I don't
Okay,
even
so
know if half elf gets that.
I don't think you do.
I'm gonna double check this one.
So elves don't have?
Oh, actually, I do have
Dark
dark
vision?
vision. It says thanks to my elf blood, I have superior vision. You should have dark vision then, as an elf.
I believe
Yeah.
that's probably a wood elf thing. I'm a high elf.
Oh, could be.
I'll double check that.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
find that out.
Almost everyone.
Silky
All
just
right.
kind of looks and goes, I work better at night anyway. It work good for me.
Yeah, that's right. As you get
Elf
out into
traits.
the sunshine,
It doesn't.
Silky
It
goes,
doesn't.
"Ah!"
It makes no specification on the kind of elf you have, but elf traits is dark vision. 60
Nice.
feet, as if it were bright light.
I always thought elves had good dark vision, or dark vision at least. But
So I believe when you take a variant, you do not get the base traits. You take the variant traits, and the variant traits do not, for high elf, do not have dark vision.
Oh, you Faerun motherfuckers.
Mm-hmm.
all right. Well, regardless, what are you guys doing as we clarify this?
After I set up the hut, I say, little reminder, Silky, feathers, all right? No one can see us in this hut, but they'll be able to hear us. So when we talk, we need to be very quiet about it.
Okay, that is no problem.
That includes snoring. I look at Garathor.
I just, yeah,
I know
put
you're
a-
not in the mood for that right now. I'm feeling pretty good. That was awesome, guys. That was awesome.
I don't do it intentionally, brother. But I'll sleep with a towel over my face.
I am wrong. I do have dark vision. I just didn't know it
Yeah.
this whole time.
You get all the base stuff of the elf, plus in addition you get the variant stuff as
So
well.
some of my mason jars and such are running low, so I'll combine like salt and pepper into one, salt and pepper jar. I'll take the cork out of the acid yet again, and I would like to make 2 more acid vials, and I'd like to give one to Iranae, which is 2d6 damage, and you can throw it 20 feet.
What?
So I'll make 2 more
What are-
acid.
What is that? What are you doing?
This is a magical jug. It has many uses, but as we're not getting drunk right now and we have plenty of water, we're going with acid.
But
Wow, can you
drunk?
make me some of those?
I think I can only make 2. Is what I'll hand you one of mine. So I'll give one to you and one to Iranae. I still have got 3 mason jars after that. And I do have an acid of my own still. So
Vial of
3 of us. So 3 of us have a vial of acid.
Okay.
Paul, would Alastor think this is a plausible idea where if I was to take my mage hand and place a vial of acid at some point and then blast the vial with like a firebolt, would the acid like spray in that area?
The firebolt, you'd want something with some force. It would be whatever could explode the acid. If the acid was above it, I would assume the firebolt would more melt the glass than it would explode it percussively. But it's certainly possible. I don't know. I
Right.
think it. I don't know
No
if it
problem.
would be better than just throwing it.
I'll keep workshopping it. I'm not exactly a major league pitcher, so my throwing ain't.
If it
Wait,
did
what-
force damage, I would say it definitely would explode it.
What's the tinkering class again?
Oh, artificer.
Artificer. Yeah.
Artificer.
You're not an artificer yet, brother.
Well,
but yeah.
that was really impressive. Garathor, Feathers, Silky, Iranae, great job. I have to admit, I underestimated your combat abilities, but there's a good reason for that, which I won't get into. But very well done. I think we're well suited moving forward.
I'll be
We can't
honest,
tell if-
that went a whole lot better than I thought it would.
I mean, it went as good as I can do. I'm not super surprised. That wasn't a very hard fight.
Again, like I'm just kind of in the corner, just like laughing, just like, as I take like another bandage and I'm just like shove it in my mouth. I'm like, and I pull it out. I'm like, yeah, and like it's covered in blood. I'm just like, yep, went great. Oh, we're just getting started though. So let's. I
Wait,
highly recommend we get some sleep and we.
can I ask quick? I agreed to help you, but I don't know why the block? How did you get to the jungle? We have moments now. Can you tell me what is going on so I can trust you better?
All right, Silky, take a seat around this not fire since we can't have one right now. But how about this dragon chess set? Take a seat and let me tell you a tale.
I haven't set up my set yet, and I wouldn't for you guys to use.
I would like to, with Iranae, us filling in the blanks that we're missing. I would like to fill Alastor and Silky in on our whole adventure, starting on a ship, taking a portal to Nyanzaru, getting robbed of our gold for, I guess, living, who knows, dinosaur races, giant, parades, running gauntlets, tooth and tails, magical frog boats, flaming shafts.
You say tooth and tail, and this huge crocodile emerges from your back.
No.
I hide.
Right. All of the ocean knows we're here now, brother. No. So I'd like to fill him in on the whole tale of our boat adventures and our pirates who can't sail ships, but they're very piratey, and all of the set of events. My missing brother, my half-orc companion, who tragically died a block away from here, and how distraught and confused and eager I am to save the world with her, and everything I learned about. I'd like to tell Silky all about how time is of the essence, but what the death curse is, and how why her ability is not working at this point in time.
You bring up Ignatius and Alex. She kind of gets a little interested and just kind of sits up, and her ears, which have kind of flapped down, just pop right back up. So Ignatius, your brother, he's not dead? Is he dead?
He's not dead, but at this point in time, he's lifeless. A flower has grown into his spine. I will return to save him, but there's nothing I can do at this point. Shall we save the world? I will return to him someday and cleave the head off of that Medusa.
Did with Miss Alex, did you grab something of her? Did you grab hair or blood?
I pull out her arcane focus and explain the arcane focus while I pet Duck and say, Duck is the loud, obnoxious living memory of Alex, but the memory nonetheless. And I pull out the 50 feet of silken rope, and I'm like, Silky, this might suit you better, and I'll give you 50 feet of silken rope.
Ooh. I grab it. And I just kind of tie it up with experience, and while I'm talking. So, you don't have anything left of Alex physically? No hair, no blood, nothing?
I didn't think to do so.
Oh, when someone dies, that's how I was raised. When someone dies, you always take something. Permanent death doesn't exist.
I only have this arcane focus. Does this count?
Oh, no. We might need to dig up her body and grab something later if you want. It's always safe to have something.
Late to the party, but thank you, nonetheless.
I look at Iranae like, Silky's really freaking me out with this kind of talk.
Do I am assuming I can hear you.
I didn't say anything. I just look at.
That was just a look.
It's like, whoa, weirdo.
And this Ignatius says that it's unnatural, not right.
It's nothing about. I'm not sure how long you've been here, little one, but nothing about this island is right.
No,
Once I save the world, I will never visit this place ever again. Me and my brother will never return.
It was not their time. They didn't have a choice.
They had a choice.
But Miss Alex, she it sounded accidental. It was not her time. All right,
No one
Ignatius.
picks when their time is right.
I help. That is what I do. I help when people need their time.
We will use your help when we save the world. I appreciate you, little one. But right now, we have had to move on against our will. Right now, the world is at stake. And far be it from me to think that my brother and my friend are more important than the world.
She just kind of looks at her feet. Did they have deities? Did they have anyone that they follow?
Yes, but we are not going to get into that.
Alex just kind of, whoa, Silky looks a little confused. Just the name is fine. Both Alex and Ignatius?
Well, Ignatius would never shut the fuck up about Kasuth.
Oh, I know Kasuth.
Oh, wonderful.
Please, just
And
it's too soon.
and Miss Alex.
Something about sharks. She really likes sharks.
Did she have a connection to the ocean then?
She worshipped a shark.
She was a sailor.
Okay. Silky, awkwardly not saying what she's doing, not reading any social cues, just kind of closes her eyes where she's sitting. And I'd like to start meditating. And I'd like to start offering prayers to both Kasuth and the spirit of the ocean. And I would like to ask for their help and guidance over these lost souls.
But mostly Kasuth, right?
I mean, she's got a name, so probably Kasuth would be better off.
Brad, I swear to God.
Things are looking up.
All right.
I pull out my dragon chest set and I challenge your name.
All right. This is just straight intelligence for me, right?
Correct. See how many campaigns you can lose in, Alex.
Many. All of them.
You'll get it. You'll get it, Iranae. I've had years and years of practice.
You'd be a lot better if you watched the Queen's Gambit.
I picked up Dragon Chess when I was only about 5 years old. So that was about 104 years ago.
Damn, I thought I was the oldest one here.
How old are you, Iranae?
45.
All right. I guess I'm I'm more than twice as old as everybody here. Unless Silky's got some surprises.
I'm pretty sure if you added all of our ages combined, you're older.
That explains why you've let yourself go a little bit, Grandpa.
Funny, I was just going to remark that you wouldn't have thought I was so old, and it's because our elvish genes.
I
thought
make
we were
everyone a
fucking-
bowl of porridge, and I make a really small one for Alastor.
What the hell, man? I'm hungry.
You're sweaty too.
Well, I thought we were looking pretty good, Iranae. Again?
Again?
Even worse.
Yeah.
Alastor does some fancy like strategy where his queen like comes across the board, or his dragon, and like comes out of nowhere. Like it looks like you're winning for a while, and then all of a sudden you just realize that he was just toying with you the whole time.
You'll get it, Iranae. One day it'll just click. You know, I haven't even been beaten at Dragon Chess since I played some of my students back in the day, actually. Again. All right.
Oh my god, those rolls. Woo!
See? I told you. Well played, Iranae. It's really the tenacity which you bring to it, though. If you keep plugging away. I haven't seen this sort of eagerness since I used to play old Hightower back in the day.
Right. I follow Timora. We're a persistent lot. And besides, the more I play you, the more likely it is that you roll a natural one at some point.
You never know when that may be, but that's all right with me. I like seeing people improve. Hopefully we'll have many more rests to share some games moving forward.
Fingers crossed.
Well, don't you just flip a coin for it?
Usually, yeah.
You gonna flip a coin right now?
Nah, I think this one I'll just keep crossing my fingers and see what happens.
Sure. All right. Well, I need to rest, Iranae.
Are you guys taking a
There
short
some
rest or a
spells.
long rest then?
Long rest, please. Long rest, please. God, long rest.
I've stocked different
Um,
spells during the long rest, FYI.
Perfect.
One more thing before we go to bed. Silky's gonna walk over to Garathor and just kind of tug on his, I'm not sure, loincloth or something. Gently, kind of like a child pulling on someone's shirt. And she
I'm
goes,
wearing fur armor, yeah.
Okay, she pulls. Excuse me. You seem to have a lot of stuff. You wouldn't happen to have a journal or a book or paper or a pencil, anything? I lost all of mine.
You need something to write in?
Mhm.
I will grab Alex's journal. How filled out was that journal?
Not very.
Okay. I will rip out one of the back pages. Do you just need, is one piece of paper okay for the night, little one?
It will work. Yes.
So I'll give her a pen and rip out a page of Alex's journal.
And I kind of walk over back to my little spot, and I just want to write down Alex Ignatius, their deities, And then, did I happen to hear that Iranae follows Timora when she was talking with Ignatius?
If
Yeah.
you were listening, then yeah.
Okay. And then I just kind of write down Iranae, Timora, and just kind of fold it up and put it in. I don't really have pockets, so just kind of hold it. And just kind of sit down and curl up.
Are you hiding the fact that you're doing this, or
No, not at all.
what's she doing there, Silky?
Oh, I am writing down the name of your deity so that if you die, I know what to do.
Huh.
Says what I do.
I literally just roll over. I'm like, I don't get any. I believe in gods less than ever. Like, I'm so pissed. Like, I'm like, yeah, my brother decided to follow this god, and now he's gone. And, you know, like, fuck Kasuth. I didn't believe him in anyways. He came to me in a dream one night. Fuck that guy. Timora makes 0 sense. It's
I wave Silky over,
I just kind of waddle over and just kind of sit.
and I lean down and I whisper, Garathor says he doesn't believe in gods, but he behaves very much as though he follows Kasuth, so just write down Kasuth.
I write it down. Okay. Do you know if he dies? Then does he want to be thrown in fire or lava? What do I do with the body?
Feathers looks over and's like, "Oh, sign me up for both of those, please."
I look at her and I'm just like, okay, and I write it down.
Fire, lava.
I think we should feed Garathor to a crocodile, though, if he dies.
Ooh, she writes that down too. And you, if you die, what do you want me to do?
Flip a coin.
Okay, for what?
I don't know, pick 2 things that you might do with a body and flip a coin.
That I have worked with many followers of Timora, and I have not run across that one. Okay.
Well,
And then I look at.
some
Heads you
people...
bury me, tails you eat it. Yeah.
Just
I mean-
literally, any 2 things you might do with the corpse.
Looks like meat is back on the menu.
And then I just kind of glance over to Alastor since we're kind of in the middle of this, and I go, and you, sir, if you die, do you have a deity and something you want done with your body?
Well, to answer your question, not planning on dying. I got a lot of work to do.
Okay. It's an if though. I need to know. It's my job.
Who gave you this job anyway?
The Order of Mercy. Have you heard of us?
No, can't say I have.
We are a caravan of traveling monks, and we go around and we help and heal and end the lives of those who cannot live, and make sure that they are seen to rest proper. So, I probably should have explained. I apologize. I've been told I come off a little strong, so I apologize. For I don't know what I'm apologizing for. Huh.
Honestly, I don't either.
Okay.
I just
And
know
you
that sounds
have-
way more organized than anything I've ever been involved with.
It's very organized. It's very fun. It's a great life. I've been doing it my whole life. It's wonderful. And Mr. Elf?
Half.
Okay. I'm so sorry. I cross out something. Mr. Elf?
Listen, I don't have time for deities and things, all right? Gods exist to me in the books, all right?
Okay, so
So
you worship
if-
books.
Let's just say hypothetically I die out here in these woods, all right? Which isn't going to happen, but if it did, you can write a book about me, all right? Portray me as if I was a god and a legend.
Silky, I have a better idea.
Okay, I don't have time to write a book.
No, it's great. This is great. Come here. And I whisper even lower. I go, alright, so what we're gonna do if he dies is we're gonna skin him and we're gonna write a book on him.
Oh, I love that. I have never done that before.
It can be a magic tome, just like he loves his magic. It'll be great.
Oh, that is fantastic, Monet. You are genius.
I'd
Write
like to
down.
think I overheard that, and I start to object, but then I'm like, that sounds pretty cool.
And
A magic
I,
book.
Make me into
I,
a book.
one last. I just want to make sure Miss Alex got the burial that she wanted. Yes.
Probably not.
Oh. Okay.
None of
when
us
we are
want a
done-
burial ever.
We all get one eventually. I just like to be prepared.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think between all of us here, we have a whole list of things we need to get done after we save the world. So add it to the list.
I just
I
care
pull out
about
Dad's
the death
book
part.
and I'm like, add it to the list. Chapter 31.
Feathers, do you have any idea what that is?
I know exactly what that is. By the way, my name's not Feathers.
Please be Heather.
Are you gonna tell me what it is, or are you gonna make me ask?
She like takes a step onto the path and kind of looks up and almost starts to walk a few steps towards it. She's like, well, that is the King of Feathers. That's what I hunt.
Oh shit.
Are you coming? And she starts to walk down the path. Come on.
If I recall, we specifically said we'd help you after we
Yeah.
save the world.
It's here. It's here. Come on, I helped you with that cube. Let's go.
That
She
was
takes
not.
a few more steps.
Look, I'm more than happy to help you hunt that. I really am. But that's too big for us right now. We need to fucking save the world before we can mess with anything like that. If we die, the world is fucked.
It'll be a
Everything in
glorious-
it.
It'll be a glorious death. Are you with me?
No,
Come on. No?
not right now. I've got more important things to worry about than a glorious fucking death right now.
Suit yourself. She starts to head north.
Fucking hell.
The double distraction.
She's leaving with the greatsword?
She turns back and she says, see you on the other side, Iranae. She starts running.
Well, what the fuck was your name then?
It's... She mumbles something and runs away.
I'm fucking pissed right now.
Man, it was such a good name. I have her whole backstory here. You guys didn't even ask her.
She has my fucking weapon, Paul. Fuck you.
You can pick it off her dead body, Garathor.
Yeah.
Yeah, that means I have to go near that thing.
Well, no, because it'll move on after it smushes her, so.
There's
That's
not
right.
even any temples up there.
That's great news. I'm sure any enemy eyes that are out there are drawn to that big ass bird.
Yeah. You all go back to sleep. Get another couple
I'm going
hours.
to bed. Yeah, I'm going
Very
back to bed.
quickly, would I recognize the creature and know anything about it just based off the description?
I will allow you to make a history check.
15?
You've heard of the King of Feathers. It is very mysterious. It's taken up residence since Omu's been abandoned and kind of a forbidden city. And people just tell tales of it. It seems to be a giant Tyrannosaurus Rex, but legend has it that it is not a normal T-Rex. It seems to be fused with some kind of mysterious powers.
Yeah, imagine like on the Flaming Fist expedition into the jungle, like people would just be like, "Oh, and there's the King of Feathers," ooh, like in addition to all the other threats that we had to discuss.
Yeah, I think it was probably it. People wouldn't believe that it actually existed until they saw it. Like it's more of a legend.
Alex told me about it when she read Volos.
Yeah, you
It
can,
was in the compendium of mythical creatures that
you're
aren't.
gonna start reading Volos. You gotta tell me.
No, I know.
Okay.
I haven't had time. Literally, I've literally been holding this book for like
Well,
No,
probably
you can-
9 hours.
go back to bed.
I know. But you can,
I've had Volos for like 9 hours at this point.
whoever's reading Volos can make extra checks about stuff.
No, I that's why I'm not asking for a check. I was just kind of joking. I was I was just Alex told me
That's
about
fine.
it. King of
Yeah.
Feathers.
Okay.
I'm fucking pissed. There goes my greatsword.
I just kind of look at Iranae and I just say, so she knows she's going to die? She just did it?
So here's kind of what
Pretty
happens.
much, yeah.
Is the unnamed barbarian runs away. Alex or Iranae tells us about it. When I poke my head out, she's already gone, right? I can't offer her 200 gold for that greatsword. Just
No.
okay. I go back to bed.
All right. Well, the last part of the watch goes by uneventful, and you guys awaken in the dome.
I get 77 more hit points finally.
Yes.
Bring on 78. Whew. And my hit dice are back. And I'm not exhausted. And I'm not bleeding out the mouth.
Like to imagine that Garathor is singing this in the dome as we're getting ready, and Silky just kind of tilts her head and leans over to Iranae, or probably Alastor actually, and goes, I don't spend much time out of the order. Is this normal?
I cannot honestly answer that question, Silky.
Oh.
Have
It's
you guys
not how
ever-
we do. It's not how we did things in the Flaming Fist.
You guys ever seen the meme on Reddit where it's all a bunch of adventurers make it to a tavern and they're like fucked up, and it's like 8 hours later and they're just like walking out the front door just like all chipper faced, and yeah, that's how I feel right now. It's like in 8 hours, I feel great. The best 8 hours of sleep I've ever had
You all
in
do.
my life. It's fantastic.
Adventure life.
The life of an adventurer.
All right. What is your next plan of action?
To cross the street strategically, to not enter the courtyard directly in front of us, but to travel. This is what I'm telling the party my plan is. I'd like to go, this way, and then this way, and then sneak around that way. I would not like to go through this courtyard. I'd like to sneak along this wall and the bushes, maybe even go around the top where there's more bush cover. And then make
Alastor, as you look at this map and look at kind of where you are and get your bearings,
Mhm.
you realize that the compound right in front of you was the place that you originally took up your post as the Flaming Fists initially came to this location.
This one here.
Yep, that whole thing.
So we had our squad camped out there initially,
Yep, you used
and
it as
then
a
we went
fortified
somewhere
position.
else. Then we went somewhere else and camped and then got ambushed.
Nope, it was at that place that you left.
Oh, I thought that was outside of this area. Okay. Well, maybe a small hang up. Not sure if there's still a threat, but we might want to scout this out before. That's where we set up camp with the fists before. I can't imagine they would have stuck around after being ambushed. But
What do you guys think about this plan? What about this plan?
Garathor, it might be faster if I go into and look and see if there are any threats, and then we can go through when we know it's safe. I am very hard to see, and I think Miss Iranae is too, judging from what I saw
Also,
yesterday.
they might not see you as an adventuring type as well. You could be a distraction of the extraction material.
What does that mean?
I'll explain later.
Is it good?
It's very good.
Okay.
So we
Am I
we're going to send the kobold to see what's going on in the compound and have the kobold come back. That sound good to everybody?
Yeah, sounds good to me. Meanwhile, Garathor, could I get some more food over here, man? I'm starving.
I will open up the jug and I will make sure that I top myself off with my mason jar with vinegar. Because I need to start pickling some more delightful things. I'm running out of snapper, but I have been using some other not snapper style fish, some sardines, some classic cod, you know. But yes, I will absolutely give him some pickled snapper with some oregano dazzled on top, and a hint of ginger.
That sounds nice. Since it's almost identified already, Alastor, you take a look at this jug that Garathor has, and you kind of cast the last little bit of identify and like figure it out. So I'll just.
I already have it all. I already have all of them. I have all 10.
Oh, but
I
we don't
know,
have the picture.
but here
Oh,
it is.
let me. Let's just pretend that I told you guys all of this, okay? Acid, poison, beer, honey, mayo, cooking oil, vinegar, water, salt water, and wine.
You didn't know how much each one could produce, and
Oh, this is
Alastor
true.
kind of fills you in on those details.
Oh, perfect. Oh, perfect.
And there's some other rules too, like that's just some other text, like yeah. So
4 gallons of beer. That's why we couldn't finish it.
all right, Silky, make a stealth check.
It's a lot of growlers there, brother.
Silky.
Nice.
Silky.
All right, Silky, you make your way. Your sunlight sensitivity, is that ability checks as well,
Ooh,
or is that attack rolls?
I think it's just attack rolls, but let me see. Wisdom. You have disadvantage on attack rolls and on wisdom checks.
Wisdom checks. That's weird. Okay.
Yeah. Perception. I have disadvantage on perception.
That makes sense. Okay. All right. Well, you make your way stealthy, even though you like get out into the sun after getting out of the bushes. You're kind of like, but you quick scurry over into the compound and find at least a little bit of shadows. And now I do need to make. You do need to make a make a perception check once you get in there with disadvantage.
Let me read something real fast.
More description.
If I go into the so you said I go into the shadows, and sunlight sensitivity says in direct sunlight. So would you say that I would still need to use disadvantage?
It's not high enough. Yeah, I guess it is dusk. So I'll let you sure make a straight roll. That's fine. Well, good thing.
Oh my!
All right.
Oh my goodness.
Smoke drifts lazily from a walled compound. The gate lies in splinters and scorch marks deface the building. Near the center of the compound is a plaza littered with charred human corpses. One of the corpses is being torn apart by wild dogs. That is what you see so far, looking into the courtyard from this building.
I will. That's basically all I really needed to know. I will go ahead and return to the group. And I did not see a flaming fist, but there is a bunch of bodies being eaten by dogs, so that might be a bit of a challenge. I don't know. I mean, dogs, they're pretty easy to kill.
You said dead bodies at a garrison full of soldiers from the Flaming Fist?
I don't know if they were flaming fists exactly. Would I recognize these bodies as the bodies that I followed through the forest?
You were pretty. You got 22 perception. Yes. They
Um,
bore similar markings in their armor and shield. Some of their armor and shields and clothing that you saw.
Okay.
Well, it's a pile of char, but I will say that you saw one marking that you could identify.
About how many bodies did you see there, Silky?
It's a good pile. Yeah, 22.
I'm gonna say at that distance, more than 10 is what you could discern.
That's a lot.
All right.
10
Well, that bodes well potentially for our future encounters. The Flaming Fists, I know there was 14 soldiers, 3 mages, and 1 captain. So,
Iranae, when you spotted this bird of prey, did you notice if there was anybody accompanying it? Any people? Snakes or flaming fists alike?
Oh, you mean the giant fuck off thing?
The giant feather bird.
I didn't notice. I'm gonna be honest. I was too in shock about how big that fucking thing was.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Speaking of, should we head that way just a tad bit and see if we can spot Feather's body? Did we hear anything after Feathers went off after it?
Not with that natural 20 stealth check.
you know what, Iranae? We made a very clear deal, pact, you could say, with Feathers, and she broke it at the first opportunity. I'm not really too concerned about what becomes of her.
Oh, well, I just thought if she was dead, Garathor might be able to use his sword.
I was going to say, I'm not concerned with her. I'm concerned with her sword.
Well,
Also,
let's get another cube.
Alastor, let me ask you: does anybody in the Flaming Fist ever wield great swords or great axes?
Yes.
They do, in fact. So you might have some luck over in that barbecue party.
This might sound dangerous, but I'm gonna assume the Flaming Fists are no longer there. I'm okay butchering dogs. If anything, dinner tonight. Don't care. But I really want to try to find a better weapon. This is literally like having a chopstick when I need a steak knife. It's not doing the job.
Great analogy. Mr. Chef.
So have you ever needed a steak knife, but all you had was a chopstick in the back?
Like using a German-made knife instead of a Japanese-made knife.
Oh, the worst.
All right,
so
I'd like Garathor?
I would like to ask the party if it's. I'm going to assume that the Flaming Fists are essentially not part of this. There's not a party over there anymore.
Doesn't appear to be.
We need to head that way anyways to get to see if there's even a cube still at that temple. So I would like to look through there on the way with the party. That's my game plan.
Yeah, let's go to the compound.
Yeah.
All right. You guys all make stealth checks, please. Looking good. Whoa, man, that is a stealthy group.
Man.
You guys
Silky.
go across the road. You look to your right. You can kind of still see a little bit of a huge thing moving in the distance. And you guys just slip across the road as you look to the right and into the compound. No one is making a noise right now. You guys get to the center of the courtyard. You kind of take a look around. You don't see any. It doesn't appear to be occupied. As you get closer to this central courtyard that Silky pointed out, you see some dogs that are like tearing apart and eating some of the corpses there. But as you take a closer look, you notice that there is a glaive that has been thrust into the ground and it appears that the bodies have all been impaled upon this glaive, and they're arranged into like this. The glaive is like in the ground, and then it almost has like this ceremonial U at the top, and all of these bodies are stacked up in this almost like Y formation. It seems very deliberately arranged, and they are all charred, like they had been burned as an effigy.
Does this glaive look like something I am strong enough to wield?
I believe you can wield all martial weapons.
Yes, I can.
So any weapon you see, you can.
I mean, I'm just making sure it's not like abnormally large.
No,
It's not like a comically large.
Yeah, and then the ceremonial Y part seems to be fastened. You might be able to remove that. As you get closer, the dogs look at you. And just
I throw a
pause.
javelin at the first dog.
Roll an attack roll. 15? That's a hit. All right, roll damage. All right, you kill the dog, and the rest of them go, and they scatter in the compound and just run away.
I would like to quickly do a perception check through the whole courtyard to see if there's anything alive other than these dogs. Anything peering at me.
Make a perception check. You don't see anything. It seems to be quiet.
All right, guys, watch my back. I'm gonna go look for a weapon. I need one very bad. Does anybody respond?
Well, doggone it, Garathor.
Shut up, Alastor. That was really funny. Making me laugh. Stop making me laugh right now. Yeah, so I would like to go into the courtyard. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Okay. I was going to say, do you want someone to do it for you that's a little more stealthy, more quiet? Or do you want to just pick out what you want?
Go look for a greatsword or a great axe. And if none of those are there, let me know.
You guys are assuming that the dog yelping blew your cover. If there was anyone, they definitely heard a dog.
Go in there. If you see a greatsword or a great axe, let me know. If not, I'll just go grab that glaive.
Okay. I just kind of think about the dog, but Garathor seems so determined that this is what he wants, so I just kind of nod my head and just kind of start walking over to the pile.
Okay.
I guess stealthily, just because I want Garathor to think that I'm listening to him.
All right, you can make a perception or investigation check to loot it.
I will do perception.
Nice.
Natural 20.
All right, you're looking through this pile. It seems like the armor has been removed from these corpses, and you would assume that some of these guys, it looks like they have some under armor on, but there is no armor. It might have been a little bit heavier. It is a burned pile of bodies, but because of that perception roll, you can tell. And Brad, I did send you an updated list after I sent you the initial list of the amount of people.
Mm-hmm.
The updated list was 35 soldiers of the Flaming Fist and 5 mages, which includes Zagmira. Silky, what you see is 13 more kind of muscly looking soldiers that appeared to be frontline fighters dead on this pile. And on the top, sorry, you see 18 soldiers that looked like they were frontline fighters. And then on the very top, one on each part of the Y, you see 2 charred corpses, and then on the very top, still on their chest, seems to be 2 arcane focuses. And you would assume that these 2 are mages. So in total, there is 20 corpses total.
Holy.
Amongst the fighters, as you start kind of digging through the bodies, you can't reach very high, so you can't get even halfway up this pole. But
I mean, can I climb the bodies?
If you want to. You want to climb the bodies?
I rolled a nat 20. I'll stay down here.
Okay. As you start to dig through the initial pole, you see a few weapons fall out. You see a couple short swords. You see a light crossbow. And as you're about to kind of give up, like it's too high, you pull down the last body, and a great axe falls out. Tunk! On the ground.
I just kind of look at I mean, I will
I
grab
see
the
it too. I'm like
crossbow.
peering around. I'm like, get it, grab it, that's it.
Okay, I will grab the crossbow, the light crossbow, and the great axe. I don't think I can carry the short swords as well, because because I am not strong.
Would you indicate that the coast is clear after checking out things?
I probably would. I would turn around and be like, okay, I think we are safe, Monsieur Garathor.
I literally break cover and I go diving and like pretend I'm like trying to get to home plate and like the World Series is on the line. You know, I go flying across the grass and I grab the great axe with like two hands and like I lift it up and it now looks like Luke Skywalker's you know, and A New Hope, you know, the poster where he's like holding it above his, you know, the lightsaber above his head. It looks like that as Garathor finds a great axe and lifts it to the sky.
All right. It feels good in your hand after using this longsword. And the last axe you held, even though it's not as well made as that, like it just had this cursed presence about it. It feels good to have a well-balanced weapon of death in your hand.
This is the best feeling I've had since we ate all of that bird people breakfast before my brother got Black Lotus in the back of the neck. This is the best feeling I've had since then.
All right.
Do I? Probably not, but I just want to check. Using my knowledge of, like, my variety knowledge of deities and religions, do I understand what this is? Have I read about this?
Yeah, make a religion check. You would assume that the way they are arranged, and now you kind of see that they also have been carved a little bit by knives in almost a twisted fashion down one of the sides, and then burned. You think that it might have something to do with the Yuan-Ti gods.
Yuan-Ti gods.
But you're not quite sure which one.
Well, these are flaming fists, so it must be the work of the snake folks. I would like to just generally investigate for some loot. In particular, the mages, to see if they had any supplies or anything on them, or if I'd recognize them even as well.
Sure. You recognize them. It is not the leader, but it is two of the other ones. You know, they were burned with their focuses, but it looks like as you investigate, make an investigation check. I guess I can tell you a little bit more, depending on. All right. Yeah, it looks like they were definitely. These are the ones that were killed in the ambush. You're looking around, you don't see any evidence of any Yuan-Ti being killed whatsoever, but they could have taken the bodies back with them. And after kind of doing the math in your head, you're like, okay, well, there's 13 foot soldiers left. There's 2 mages and the leader.
Yeah.
And the 2 arcane focuses are there. There's a few other weapons that fall out, like another longsword and a shield. But it looks like the snakes have also looted and taken everything of value from both the spellcasters, and any equipment or any supplies that they had have also been taken.
I look at the 2 charred mages and I say, Alfonso, Davidson, guess you weren't as smart as you thought you were after all. And I spit on them and walk away.
Silky looks disturbed at that behavior. And I just kind of look at Iranae. Did those men deserve that?
Oh no, I didn't know.
And I'm like, well, they didn't deserve this. And I push the pile over and I go to the top and I grab the glaive and I pull it out from all the bodies. And I would like to
make an athletics check.
Bring that shit on.
All right. You like pull it out in a clean, like a tablecloth when you have all the stuff on it, and you just woof, take it out. You like cleanly take it, and all this blood kind of spurts out from every single body, like domino effect. And you just pull it out in one smooth motion. You have a glaive now.
Yeah, so I would like to. How tall is a glaive? How tall is this glaive?
I think glaives are like.
It says it's 6 pounds. It's heavy. It has reach, and it's 2-handed.
I believe a glaive is this. Imagine a scimitar blade, on the end of a spear shaft.
Right. That's so. I mean, the fact that I keep javelins on my person, would you imagine I could keep a glaive on my person, like tied to my back?
You can keep a glaive.
Okay. So I would like to hold on to this glaive, this long sword, and this great axe. I would also like someone to refresh me on how much weight you can have.
We can do that after. It's not a big
Okay.
deal.
But I'm pretty strong, so
You
I-
you have a lot of strength, so I wouldn't worry about
I
it.
would just like to be able
It's
to
more about-
essentially be Goblin Slayer to the point where I can just like throw weapons and be like, fuck it. Like, fuck this shit. And just like throw a long sword for one turn and then see like, I've got another one. Rah! I'm just letting you know that I'm stockpiling weapons.
Goblin Slayer.
Um,
Yeah, God.
Once more, I'm gonna walk over to Garathor and just kind of tug on his shirt again and be like, do you have another piece of paper?
What for this time, little one?
Notes?
I reluctantly give you a piece of paper. More so like, you honestly feel like a puppy to me at this point in time. And I'm like, here, fine. Ugh. But all right, guys, I think I can help us over this wall back here in the back of this courtyard. And I would like to make my way to the back of the courtyard here to start throwing people over the wall.
Okay,
just
the
real quick.
walls are about 20 feet high.
I will take my immovable rod. I will get to the top of the wall. I'll let down a rope, and I would like to fasten my legs. So just like, hold on to the rope and let everyone climb up and over.
Okay. I'll just allow that. That's fine. Since there's not a lot of pressure or anything. You guys all make it over if you want to climb. Scale the wall. It's a fancy way of getting over, but you do.
Two more things I want to do real fast before we leave. I'm just gonna
I'd say
sketch a
it takes
picture.
about 20 minutes. Go ahead, Kaylie.
I'm just gonna sketch a picture of the layout of the bodies that we just saw and just kind of label it UNT. And then I'd like to do, when I found the light crossbow, I'm assuming I didn't find any crossbow bolts.
Nope, just the weapon.
Can I do a really quick look around to see if there's any crossbow bolts around? Like stuck in the ground or from a fight?
Yeah, well, okay. I'll let you make a perception check. If you want to check the rest of the compound, you can. But how long do you want to look around for?
Just a quick glance, like maybe 5 minutes, while everyone's starting to climb the wall.
Okay. Make a perception check with disadvantage.
That's fair.
All right. I'll say you find 3 bolts.
Wait, thank you.
Just kind of misplaced in the ground, like they were fighting, and they just happened to be pushed into the dirt. You find 3.
Sweet. I go to the rope.
All right, you guys all make it over the wall with Garathor's help. Garathor is very good at scaling walls, so he's like telling you what to do, and then using the immovable rod as well. And you guys eventually make it over in about 15-20 minutes.
Alright, Alastor, you got any idea what's waiting for us in this one?
Since we were in close proximity when we made camp, I would know if Zagmira, what the general plan for the group was, if they knew about that location or not. I guess I would have been the one to tell them if it was there or not.
Right.
So
Yeah, you guys got ambushed the first night that you got there, and you guys had done a little bit of scouting. You knew of its presence and a couple other places. That seemed like a very fortified location, and it was your mission the next morning to go and kind of scope it out and tell them what to do and what you knew.
Okay.
So unfortunately, you didn't get a really good look at it, but
Sure.
you knew that it was there. The scouts came back and told you.
Iranae, I have no idea what's waiting for us in there.
Can
and
I take a
we
look?
may or may not have a cube even waiting for us when we enter. This was supposed to be our target in the morning, but we got ambushed in the night, so they might have... I assume they ran away. If the snake folks had time to stack up all the fists and set them ablaze. They were hanging out for a while.
Do you have any idea what trickster god temple this may be?
Would I know that from just seeing it from the outside?
If yeah, are you guys walking up to it now?
I mean, I'd like to do some kind of perception check just to see if I can notice any creature
You guys
symbols
are
on the
about-
outside of the temple or anything.
You guys are about 100 feet away from the pool at this point.
Garathor, I think we need to get a little closer and it shall be revealed.
I would like to move up to the pool. I'd just like to investigate what's going on around us. I'd like to look for any hieroglyphs or any markings upon said temple that would respectively look like one of the creatures that we are aware of the gods. And I'm really hoping it's Neng Neng.
There is water. All right, this is going to be the upper left.
Ho!
Can you guys move your tokens over while I read this?
Yep, this is where I am.
All right. A rectangular pool of murky water stretches before the vine-draped shrine. Rope bridges that once spanned the water float on the surface, tangled with other debris. The shards of the toppled monolith form stepping stones to the middle of the pool, where a statue of a stone frog rises above the water.
Would I recognize the deity, the Nine God, just based on the statue?
Make a history check.
17.
You know that there is a frog trickster god named Neng Neng, who's known as a grung. You've read about them. You also know that there is another trickster god, which is kind of legend-like, similar to the King of Feathers. Seems to be almost a monstrosity version of a frog.
And
Not really sure anything about this other one. There's not a whole lot of information on this one. And then you looked into grungs for for Neng Neng, which there is a lot of information about grungs.
so based off the statue, though, does it look like does it look deformed in any way?
The statue is a frog.
Is it like a deformed frog, or just like a immaculate frog?
Well, no, that's the pillar that's smashed. It looks like a normal frog.
Would that make me lean towards Nang Nang in my assessment?
If you look at your puzzle cubes, it's hard to tell. Like if you look at kind of your drawing of what you know the cubes kind of look like, Nang Nang is normally depicted as a frog warrior, like a grung with a spear.
Oh, okay.
And this other one, named Kubazan, seems to
That's
be
what I
a
was looking at.
giant frog. So they both look like frogs, and this statue looks like a normal frog, which is neither of the trickster gods.
Interesting.
How far down is it from the top of this pit down to the water?
I believe it's like 10 feet.
Well, guys, I can't tell.
It's like 5 feet.
I can't tell exactly which god this temple's for. Something about the frogs reminds me of. I know a little bit about these frog creatures. You guys probably wouldn't understand, but there's this race of frogs called grung.
Oh yeah, no, we met a bunch of them.
Yeah, we're actually friends with the grung. They actually love us.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh wow.
Well,
They're smaller than you, little one.
this doesn't appear to be Nang Nang, as far as I can tell.
I'll take a rock and toss it into the pond to see if it disturbs anything.
All right.
Just
Where
a
are you
pebble.
tossing it?
Right in front of me. Just a little pebble.
Blunk. Okay.
Oh,
Make a perception check.
I hope I didn't fuck anything up, boys. Because if I did, I didn't know about it.
Everything seems to be in order.
Well, from what I understand, we should probably head towards the inside of this temple for the cube. This is a lovely pond. Seems like much meditation happened here. And I look over at Silky. Seems like a good meditating pond. But let's head towards the inside.
I am confusion. Okay.
I'll start walking over to this side to try to peer into the courtyard.
I will follow him because I don't want him to go alone, and I'll just kind of cross somersault over to the other side.
Okay. You do indeed see a giant door, very similar to the one that you could barely move in the Shrine of Unk. You see above, there seems to be some script above the door, and it's written in a language that you don't understand.
All right, step aside. I'm here to do my thing.
All right.
Would you say that you're here to comprehend languages?
I would say that you guys should read more books, and you might be able to speak as many languages as I.
Are you walking up to the door, Alastor?
Just close enough that I could read the inscription, however far that would be.
Okay, like here?
If that's close enough, then.
Man, I wish I could learn speak language.
Iranae, are you joining them?
Yeah, I'll move up, but I'm gonna still keep an eye on this pond. Just,
All right. Make a perception check. Alastor, make a perception check as well. Actually, make a intelligence check, because this is old Umoan script, which you've studied, but it's a little bit difficult. All right,
17.
nice check. All right, Alastor, it does say, is it? Kubazan urges us to tread without fear and give back as much as we take. Kubazan urges us to tread without fear and give back as much as we take. It seems like a very familiar cryptic message, which you're used to from the other shrines.
All right, well. I guess we got our answers, guys. This is not Nang Nang. In fact, it is Kubazan. This says Kubazan urges us to tread without fear and give back as much as we take.
Tread
Why is that?
without fear and give back. So let's take little and leave little.
Well, what do you think, Garathor? Do you think you can tread across one of those bridges without fear and we can call it a day?
I do everything fearlessly. But yes, I
Your
can.
name.
yeah,
With your perception check, you see that lily pad right in front of you?
yeah.
You see these, like, it starts to move a little bit, and you're like, is that like a frog, or what is that under there? And it looks like these 3 little eyes kind of poke up and, like, look left and right, and then
Well, there's something in the water.
Pull up my great axe and I turn around and
We should probably go into the temple now, yes? Get away from the water?
Okay, so this right here is the frog statue, correct?
correct.
How much could someone conceivably stand on the top of this?
Definitely. There's a frog with its it looks like a frog with its mouth open. You know, like the game where you got to put the fishing pole and then the little fish grab it? It's like got its mouth open like that, and it's looking up.
Okay. Iranae pulls out a coin and flips.
Okay.
Alright, I've got an idea, but this might be really dumb. I kind of want to look inside that thing's mouth.
Oh.
I'll throw you up there.
Well, I was thinking it actually probably wouldn't be that hard to go from the southern edge onto that fallen platform, onto that fallen platform, onto the statue.
I mean, see me or the
we're sure
kobold.
that there is something in the water. We do not know if it is safe. Are you sure?
Hey, I mean,
Bloom.
Can we all see it?
See some air bubbles. Yep.
I say, hello, creature.
Are you talking to the water?
Kubazan.
Bloom.
Kubazan, Kubazan, Kubazan.
wait, I've got an idea. Garathor, you got any small pieces of that snapper left?
Yep. I give him some snapper.
I tossed the snapper into the water, like right here by the lily pad, near where I saw the eyes come up.
Mm-hmm.
You see it float there for a little while, and then slowly sink down. And you see a bloom.
We come in peace.
I guess everyone likes pickled delicacies.
That's true.
Alastor, you just met me, but imagine if I had a roaring fire and my chef's kit, which is still wrapped up in papers and towels in my backpack, which is a little bulging at this point in time. But it's, again, full of pots and pans that are very neatly organized.
Well, speaking of Garathor, I am pretty hungry, so...
We'll get you fed once we get some cubes, brother.
Silky is confused.
I would like to move around to the south.
I'll move with Iranae, as I only trust Iranae.
As you guys start to move, before you do, you see tons of bloom, 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 and the water starts like you know when a ship sinks, like the Titanic sank, and like there's all this kind of undertow. You see all of this huge current making it starts to almost bubble like water is being flung as something massive is emerging from this pool. And in front of you emerges 3 eye stalks connected.
I cast Mage Armor.
What the fuck is that?
I think it's called a froghemoth.
It starts to come out of the water, and these wild tentacles start whipping around in the air, and its tongue is just dangling out. And we are going to take a short break right there, and I need you all to roll initiative.
All right. Should we roll initiative and then pick up in combat?
Yeah, let's do that.
Do it.
Sweet. That
Alex would try to talk to it.
Froghemoth. I suck at this. Alright, I'll be back.
And welcome back to the Emerald Dragon there, brothers and sisters. Where we left off, 4 adventurers are now facing what appears to be a behemoth frog. Some might call it a froghemoth. What will happen? Nobody knows. Only time will tell, and may the dice ever tell the story.
Man, when was the last time you guys just fought a monster, like a big monster? It's been a while, huh?
Well, we were going to fight that big gorilla.
God, don't remind me of that.
And then we decided, man, fuck that big gorilla.
Garathor
never
sucks
fight
at stealth checks unless there's giant gorillas.
Alastor, up on the wall behind you, you hear a...
Right? He brings it in anyways. The DM is like, fuck you!
It's a zombie gorilla!
It's a zombie gorilla!
Nope,
I cast Control Monster and have the gorilla fight the froghemoth.
That
Oh
would
my
be
gosh, how epic would that be?
Big
We all
brain.
hide behind the wall and we just watch King Kong and Godzilla fight each other.
And with that, you guys want some like epic string battle music, or you want some war drums? Vote.
String battle.
String battle.
All right, I have epic battle music right here.
It is
Let's do
decided.
it.
It's the only way to have an epic battle.
If there's no music, it's not epic.
I do not care it.
It's through roll 20.
It did.
It's
So-
quiet.
Oh,
It gets a
fix-
lot louder, so I'm gonna leave it quiet.
Oh, that's why my volume's off.
All right, Alastor. As this thing emerges out of the water, you were able to cast Mage Armor like before, as you were thinking a battle is about to ensue, or at least this shrine might be dangerous. And it is out. It's huge. It's maybe one of the closest and biggest creatures you deciding which one is going to be its victim.
Can you
Your
tell us
turn.
how tall it is real quick?
It is a huge creature, so I would say 20 feet tall, but it's also coming out of the water, so part of it's submerged.
Yeah, so I'm like that meme from The Hangover right now, like seeing all these equations, and I'm like, amphibious creature, water. What's the water? Weakness, lightning. Oh man. And I just have a huge big brain move, and then I cast lightning bolt at this fucker. I'm gonna roll 8d6 lightning damage.
You have to roll to hit first, right?
It's a 100-foot line, and he needs to make a dex save.
Dex save. There we go.
Wow.
9. So
32
describe
points
this.
of lightning damage.
Describe this awesome feat of magic, sir.
Basically my wand starts glowing with this blue-white energy, and you can see like the little bits of electricity coming off it when it emits an extremely powerful blast of lightning straight at this creature, and when it connects with the water, it goes all over this creature's body and then even flows outward the whole area of the pool below.
All right, the whole pool is radiating with lightning energy, and you see a couple frogs and fish just like and this
Dinner
creature,
is
like,
served.
you can see it. It like starts doing the shock thing, and its arms kind of flail a little bit, and then it drops to its side, and then oof, it springs back into action. But it seems like it was adversely affected by that.
Like weakness to lightning.
I am gonna say make an intelligence roll. General.
21.
It's
Big
very
brain.
it's very strange. It seems like it reacted to it, like as if it did something to its body, like it shocked it, but at the same time, you feel like it should have done more damage.
All
Like
right.
it didn't scorch it in a way or pierce it like you were used to with lightning bolts, especially with that damage.
As in it did less damage than I would have expected, or I would have expected to do more based on the base amount of damage.
You would have expected more of physical impact within its body. So you're like, I thought that would have made more of an impact.
Interesting.
At the same time, I'm happy that it's like screaming and flailing.
Yeah, so
Make
I
that
moved
what it is.
5
That's all I'm
feet.
going to tell you.
No problem. I moved 5 feet over there. I'd like to boogie over here, please. And that'll be my turn.
All right. Next we have Iranae.
All right, I would like to unsheath my rapier and make an attack.
Oh wait, Alastor, you moved. You also know before you move, if you are going to move, it seems like its tentacles are going way out beyond your reach, literally like beyond its own body. So if you run, there could be a chance of an opportunity attack.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, I was hoping to move away to get away from those tentacles that I assumed were there, but I didn't account for the reach. I'd say I would still like to move out of the spot, though.
Okay. Oh!
Paul finally read his notes.
So it goes to whip you, and then all of a sudden you see like it's still like it's like zzz, you see like some lightning like aftershock on its whip, and it tries to whip you, and it like just kind of like it falls in the water, and it just croaks angrily. But you get away without it taking an opportunity attack.
Yeah, I look back and think to myself just how I drew it up. That'll be my bad.
And I
Alright,
think to
Iranae.
myself, that's how I drew it up.
Well, that would be a natural one.
Holy
And you know what that means?
I know what that means!
Yeah!
Uh-oh.
I mean,
What does it mean? What am I
and that one
missing?
with the rapier, what does that mean?
That is a 55.
Is this wild magic with the rapier?
Is this is this the fucking ring?
Get out your sword, and it starts glowing your ring, and you're like, oh my god! And you're going to stab this thing, and you just like stab the ground right in front of you, like you're trying to stab its body, and you accidentally hit the dirt, and you're horrified at how horrible this rapier hit was. And as you're like, your jaw just drops, your eyes get big, and Garathor, you look over at this terrible, terrible swing or pierce of the rapier that just pierced the ground, and all of a sudden, in Iranae's terror, Iranae's hair just falls out, all of her beautiful elven hair, and she is completely bald.
What the fuck is what Garathor says?
All right.
My voice cracks again. Like, so I thought I had hit puberty, but it didn't happen yet because my voice. What the fuck?
All right, I would like to pull out my dagger and attempt a second strike, if I may.
You may. There is hair all on the ground around you, Iranae. I don't know how much Iranae cares about her hair, but it is everywhere.
That will be a 23 to hit.
That is a hit.
So that'll be 4 points of piercing damage plus 11, so 15 points total. And then I will use my movement. 5, 10, 15, 20, 20, 25 feet of movement to go here and duck around that wall.
Okay. It tries to get you with its tentacle again, and you see some like lightning aftershock, and it kind of like whips past you and is just futile.
It also cannot make it to opportunity attacks against me because of my
yeah.
swashbuckler ability.
Well, double then.
Get swashbuckled, bitch.
It was the lightning.
Whip, 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 whip. Miss, miss, miss. All right, that brings us to Silky.
Okay, I am assuming that this battle is happening in direct sunlight. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay.
It's dim light, but
it's dim light. We probably would still count it sensitivity.
yeah, right. It's still sun.
Wait, is the sun down? Is it approaching nighttime?
You guys took an 8-hour rest. It's
7
close.
o'clock at night.
Still
Yeah, the
sun
sun-
Dusk.
sensitive?
It'd be dusky.
Yeah, the sun is still up in Chult.
Well, and you can also say this, that based on where we are on the full map, we are technically underneath of a cliff. I don't know which way the sun sets, but if it happened to be setting in the east, it would be the sunlight.
It's summertime in Chult. It stays light till like probably 9 or 10.
Okay.
Given the shading of these columns, it would suppose that the sun's coming from the northwest.
Come on, DM.
I
How
would
did you
do-
not
I
know
know,
where the
I know,
sun
right?
sets?
Really
What's wrong
made a
with
case,
you?
But
What's wrong with you, DM?
I have spoken.
He
All right.
brings out
Okay.
the mug. I have spoken.
Okay. Silky understands that she's not going to be a whole lot of help right now, or at least until the sun gets lower. So she's a little scared. So what she's gonna do... Check one thing. Paul, if I am right here, would you say that I'm within 10 feet of the creature and still able to see it?
Yep.
Right here.
Yep.
Okay, I am going to firstly use one key point to take the dodge action,
Okay.
so that
You're doing patient
if
defense.
disadvantage. Patient defense, yes. And then I am going to use my kobold ability, which is the stupidest thing ever, and I love it so much, called Grovel, Cower, and Beg.
Already? Oh my
Already.
god! Please roleplay this before
So-
we tell them what happens.
So Grovel, Cower, and Beg. So Silky is so young. You guys don't know how old she is yet, but she is baby. She has never seen anything like this, so she just kind of has a moment of utter and complete panic, where she just pastes herself against the wall and looks at the monster, and she just kind of starts screaming, like this high-pitched dragon squeal that is... Hold on, let me read this exactly. That just probably like irks the monster's ears a little bit, just like, what the hell is that? So, until the end of my next turn, everybody gets advantage on all of their attack rolls against this being.
Yes. Grovel, cower, and beg. So kobolds like get on their knees and like just they're so pathetic that they draw the attention of the creature in this moment and are completely distracted by this kobold just making a scene. And this froghemoth is like looking at Alastor and looking at Iranae and then just starts looking at this kobold and like you see its arms kind of go a little bit slower. It's like its eye stalks all focus on you and it looks really confused. All right, does that end your turn?
Does.
All right, Garathor. Advantage
Well,
on
Garathor is very confused at this tiny creature doing this groveling and begging. Notices the monster, and I use everything I can to take advantage of this moment. Let's start off with the classic Barbarian, beginning of turn. Would anyone like to do the honors?
Garathor would like to raid!
Let's rage at the bodies hit the floor.
And how far away would the top of this monster's mouth be from me?
Mouth is probably like 15 feet off the ground.
So it's you said it's only halfway out of the water.
Yeah, it seems to keep going below it.
Below it goes, but I mean, like, so I would like to know my direct length from getting on top of this monster's mouth.
You want to grab inside its mouth and like
No,
hoist
like to like the roof of its mouth. Like, I want to get on top of this monster, and I want to know the distance from this pit to
How
me.
high can you jump, Garathor? Do you know?
I don't need any running start for a long jump, and
would be
I
high
can
jump.
jump. This would be a high jump with athlete and with barbarian. I could probably jump almost 10 feet in the air, ish.
Well, that would mean you'd have to grab.
No, I'm hoping I could just jump on it and just run. I'm trying to get to the eyeballs.
Okay. High jump. You make a high jump. 3 plus your strength modifier is what you can do.
In height, so 3. I can jump 3 feet plus my strength.
So 7 feet you can jump. So
Mhm.
that's going to be a little bit high. You're going to have to grab its mouth if you want to and climb up. Which might be
Can I see inside of this creature's mouth?
you see a tongue like hanging out.
Do I notice is there teeth? If I were to get past the teeth line, Is there teeth on the inside of its mouth?
If you climb up its mouth, I'm going to allow it to make a bite attack on you.
Done. Deal.
Okay.
Deal.
Go for it. It's gonna try to bite you.
So I do. What check would you like me to do? Athletics.
Yes. Make a athletics check. All right. Bite attack. 19.
It's a hit.
All right. You take 17 piercing damage, 11 acid damage, and you are swallowed in its mouth. As you try to climb up this beast, and you're grabbing on its mouth.
Hold on. Do I get advantage on everything with
Cower and Beg, you get it's in the chat. I believe it's
only
just
attack rolls. Just attack rolls, okay.
Yeah.
So I'm swallowed.
You are. It takes a bite and just chomps you as you literally like climbed into its mouth almost, like trying to get above it, but like you were right there at its nose, and it just clamps down, and now you are in its mouth and starting to make it your way down its gullet.
Well, I would like to make a case that there's a halberd on the back of my back, and it would probably be slicing its throat as I'm swallowed. I'd also like to make a case that I would be flailing wildly with a great axe inside of its throat.
All right. I will allow you to still take your attack action from inside. I believe you are restrained. Yes, you are blinded and restrained. First take 17 piercing damage, halved.
Right.
And you take the full 11 acid.
Got it.
And now you can attack. I will allow you, before you're swallowed, because you were kind of initiating this action, to not be blinded and restrained, but you can attack regularly.
So I will attack from the inside.
That's a hit.
So it's 2 hits.
What? You should take 3 attacks, right? Not 4.
I'm not frenzied.
Oh, this is advantage? Okay.
Yeah, that's with advantage, yeah.
Yep, so 20. Yes, they both hit. Yep.
So 16 and 17 damage. Internal damage.
16 and 17. All right. So you take with that, as it takes this damage, and you are literally like you described with the spear and you slashing, it spits you back onto the land, and you are free once again, plopped on the side of the shore. Make a dexterity saving throw to see if you can land on your feet. Otherwise, you're prone. All right, you land prone, and you're just covered in like saliva in this acidic sludge, but you are back on your feet, and yeah, two good hits. All right, that brings us to the Froghemoth's turn. The Froghemoth does not like Garathor there. He really didn't like that lightning, actually. He kind of looks at all the foes, assesses the situation, and he is going to hop over here.
Don't like that.
Garathor. Attack of opportunity.
I would like to take my attack of opportunity.
Go for it.
With advantage.
Sorry, I just really had to clear my throat there.
Is he prone right now?
The Froghemoth?
No, Gareth. Sorry. But that would be disadvantage, right, if you're prone?
So it'd be a straight roll. Yeah.
Straight roll? Cool. 25.
And let's go with 13 more points of damage on Froghemoth.
Right. As it's trying to get away, you get in one final slash with your great axe. You cleave like a piece of it, and you see some like gross, almost like a lime green blood that drips out of its side. It seems like it was a good hit. All right, bite attack on Alastor as this huge, massive, hulking beast lumbers up to you. $12 to hit.
Does not hit.
All right. So it takes this giant bite, and Alastor somehow dodges out of the way, and it misses. And that is the end of its turn. You see, like, it wanting to do a little bit more, but it's still, like, in some aftershock. It's like zzz. So, all right. That brings us to Alastor.
Wow. All right. Okay, so how far can I move away from the creature without provoking an opportunity attack?
You have to leave. If you leave its reach,
Yeah, how far is its reach?
you'd have to find out. You don't know.
Could I take a rough estimation? It tried to take a swipe at me when I was moving away, right?
Make an intelligence check.
All right.
Can I make
For the
a quick question to metagame real quick?
In particular, though, hold on one sec, Luke. I'm hoping to see if I can get outside of 20 feet from it.
Right.
So, intelligence.
Yep.
11.
You think his tentacle might be either 15 or 20 feet long. You're not sure.
Gotcha. All right. Well, so firstly, just watching Garathor, that whole debacle, like I double take as I watch him jump into the creature's mouth, and then as he gets spit out and like all this other shit spitting out of the creature's mouth, my jaw's just like and then he starts coming at me. I'm like, oh shit. And then I'm like, fuck you, and I'm gonna do another lightning strike. I don't give a shit. Right in its mouth. Lightning bolt.
All right.
Dexterity save, please. He needs to be at a 15.
That's not.
14. Zzz. You see this giant like lightning beam hit him again, and it's just
Oof.
shocking all over the place.
It's gonna be another 21.
All right. Same reaction as before. It seems to be very caught off guard by this strike of lightning that hits it, and you just see lightning emanating from its body and continuing to shock it and kind of make its tentacles spasm. All right. Anything else?
Yes. Actually, I'd like to bonus action Misty Step to this location 30 feet away, where I will also take 30 feet of movement.
All right. Very cool. Yeah, he has this creature, just as DMs, if he has different reaches for his different attacks, can he take an opportunity attack depending on which reach you leave?
I guess so. That's how I would run it, I suppose.
Yeah, but still only one, because he would only have the one
Right.
reaction, unless he had, like, legendary actions or something.
Right. I'm just going to run it that way for now. So, okay. Alastor, you done?
Yes.
All right. Alastor escapes from the Froghemoth using poof, a Misty Step, disappearing into mist and reappearing 30 feet.
You guys just see me on the other side of the pool all of a sudden. Like I'm blocked from view from the creature, and I just get over to the other side.
Hey, guys.
Tip my cap.
All right. Iranae.
Alright,
The creature roars at you, Alastor.
firstly, since I'm out of its line of sight, I would like to use a bonus action to hide. Actually, wait, it doesn't matter. Never mind. I'll pop out and I will fire an arrow at the beast.
Why doesn't it matter?
Because with the
Because she's
grovel,
bald.
cower, and beg, I have advantage on the attack roll, which triggers sneak attack.
Perfect. Got it.
24.
That's a hit. No problem.
So that will be 10 points of piercing damage plus.
I like how your
13.
sneak attack does so much more damage than your regular attack. You're like, I do 4 plus 15. It's like I fucking suck, and then I get sneak attack.
Then
Rogues.
it's massive.
Rogues. Man.
Imagine if I had a magic short bow that was like a +2 short bow.
Imagine if you had stolen a bow and arrow from the
You
DM
take out your
because you rolled so
short
high.
bow, Iranae, and things seem to be especially smooth as you pull the string back and you just feel the wind over your bald head and pew, you fire your arrow and it finds its mark. All right, anything else?
I will go back around this corner, and now I will bonus action hide.
Okay. If you do pop out from that area, it'll know you're there and you're hidden.
Yeah.
You'll have to emerge from somewhere else. So, but yes, go ahead and roll stealth. Okay. Silky. Iranae, you believe you are hidden.
You believe.
Okay, don't fall. Fuck sunlight sensitivity. I am. Well, with my gravel cower and bag, it is happening till the end of my turn, so I would technically be able to attack flat, right? Because that would take away the disadvantage.
Yes.
Okay, sweet. So I will just go ahead and do that. And I am going to do my first attack with an unarmed strike, moving right. I can touch it from where I am, right? Like it's so close to the shore that I can reach it.
Yep. It's
Okay,
kind of
sweet.
halfway onshore right now.
Oh, gross. I will do one unarmed strike. 26 hit?
That definitely hits.
Nope, definitely not.
So
Fighting elder dragons.
it's going to take 8 bludgeoning damage, as well as I am going to cast Hand of Harm using 1 key point. So it's going to take some necrotic damage.
Okay.
It is going to take 6 necrotic damage, and it is poisoned.
But is it? But is it
It is
poisoned?
poisoned. It is poisoned condition until the end of my next turn.
But is it poisoned? It did poison damage to me.
Hopefully,
Alright.
maybe it's poisoned. We'll see.
So-
I'm just letting you know.
What does this look like? How does your Hand of Harm make it poisoned?
So, what happens is Silky, like, her paws start to glow a little bit. They start to glow white, and then they start to change and sizzle from white to black. And she uses her right claw to reach out and just try to suck as much negative energy in as possible. As well as the black starts to get a little more purple, a little more green, a little more vile looking, and she's just trying to... She probably understands that this might not work, but she's trying to push as much poison energy as she can into this beast.
You see these black kind of veins emanate around its body. It's already like still shocked. Now it's got like black veins and tendrils starting to emerge all over its face and its body, and it's like rabbit. All right. Anything else?
I still have
Yeah, you still have a lot.
two attacks. Yep.
I'm a
going
monk. My
to-
turn never ends.
I will never die.
What do you
I'm
attack?
going to hit it with my spear. Oh, I'm assuming a 10's not going to do it.
Hang on.
Ribbit.
Oh, wait, it's poisoned. No, I don't. No, I haven't. No, I don't. Never mind. That's a roll.
10 does not hit.
Okay. I am shocked you had to check. And then I'm going to use my bonus action to do one more unarmed strike. 19.
That hits.
5.
All right.
And then I am going to try to back away, understanding that I will probably end up getting an opportunity attack. I am going to... I'm fast. Where can I go? I already used 10 feet of movement, so I will dash to over... Not actually dash, but I will move over here, taking the opportunity attack.
All right. It goes ribbit, and it lunges out with its gaping mouth to take a bite, and you see like still some electricity like on its tongue, like zzz, and it kind of seizes again and takes no opportunity attack. You get away.
And I scream at it. Where I am from, we eat your legs for dinner, and they are delicious.
Garathor.
I would like to take the opportunity of it missing a bite to jump on top of its mouth.
Oh my god. it couldn't take the opportunity attack. It's the same situation.
No, I would like to take the opportunity. Okay. I do the exact same thing. I try to jump on top of fucking frog mouth.
All right. Make an athletics check. I will make a bite attack.
Damn it!
13!
Miss!
All right, so it takes a huge chomp at you. What did you roll? 12, that's fine. So yeah, as an athlete, you it misses its bite, and as it's closed, you quick grab the top of it and heave yourself up using its missed attack as leverage. You are now on top of the frog.
I would like
unit.
to run towards the base of the eyeball sockets.
Okay.
And I would like to start chopping away at the base of these eyeballs.
Okay.
Like, sa.
Since you did that move, since you're trying to chop at it, its armor class is still the same. I'll say, do you crit on still only a 20?
I crit on a 19.
Okay, I'll say you crit on an 18 or above now, because of your positioning, and you're at a weak point in its body. You still have to roll an 18 though. It's moving and it's hard to just hit the eyes.
Hold on. I would like to attack recklessly.
Oh god. The DM regrets his decision. Okay, 25. That's a hit.
So that's an 8. No, that's an 18. That's a crit. That's an 18. That's a crit.
Because he's got a +7.
You're not frenzied, are you?
No, just reckless.
Oh, okay, but you got 2 crits?
But I got 2 crits.
In the super crit system, you might actually do it here. You might do it.
And I'm a half orc.
And
so my crits get another dice roll.
It's only because I gave you that one freaking point advantage.
Here we go.
Right. Add it up.
It's 11. All right, this is gonna take me a minute. Oh, oof. Okay, hold on. So that is
Pull out your pen and
12 plus 12. 12 plus 12 is 24. Plus
17 is 30.
No. We're not done yet. No. I got this. It's 24. Plus 13 is 37. Plus 8 is 45. Plus
extra dive.
13 for half orc. So we're at 58. 62. 62 damage.
How do you want to do this?
Wow.
So I go and I jump, and this creature bites at me, but because it swallowed me the last time and I knew its technique, I do a little aerial acrobatics, and it chomps, and I grab its upper lip, and I use that to hoist myself, and I actually do a roll on top of the frog's elongated upper lip, and I roll on my back, and I stand up with my athletic abilities without any, and I'm just charging directly towards these eye sockets, and I'm thinking about stabbing the eye, I'm thinking about plunging an eye, but I don't. I go, and I swing once, and it actually is not my best swing, but I know that I'm gonna get better, and I come back the other way with my great axe, and I'm now empowered, having a great axe in my hand again, and I chomp once, and I get halfway through its eye socket, and the left eye kind of plops, and I'm not done, and I'm like, and I pull it out, and I come from the same side again, and just a full heave directly severs its eyeball corneal, it turns out it was the entire brain pipeline, and these 3 eyeballs roll off the back of it while I stand on top, and that's when I say, oh, fuck, and I will make a dexterity saving throw.
Alastor and eyeball as
And
he whacks it, nearly you across the pool.
I spent so much energy making this happen that all of a sudden I realized once I kill it, I'm 20 feet off the ground in a pool of water, and I so ungraciously, my feet just crumble beneath me, and I just fall into the water with this creature.
All right, so the eye sockets, you hack away at them. One of the eyeballs flies over and almost hits Alastor. He's like, what the hell? Eyeball. And you hack it one more time.
Ew.
All 3 eye stalks fall out. This green blood spurts like a volcano, just and it's like its tentacles flail a little bit, and you hit it one more time right where it was, and you just split it open. And then it starts to fall into the water, and you fall with it. Boof! Garathor does like a cannonball as both of them splash down into the water together. It completely lifeless.
So I just poke my head out from around this. Where'd the fucking thing go?
Your Athok friend absolutely destroyed it.
Oh yeah, that makes sense. And I'll come over and I'll look down into the water and be like, Garathor!
You see an axe come out of the water. How deep is this water?
Do you want to find out?
I have to. I'm in it.
I know, but you went down about 15 feet and you didn't feel the bottom.
Okay. I'm swimming to the top, but you see just an axe swimming, and now I'm struggling. Rope, please! Rope, please!
Garathor, you're 10 feet from the fucking stairs and I can't lift you.
I would like to click my immovable rod and just do my ka-chunk, ka-chunk, ka-chunk maneuver and get myself out of the water.
That's pretty difficult out of the water, but you eventually make it up.
No. And I would like to look directly over at Alastor and be like, remember when I told you I'm really good at killing things?
Yeah, I believe it. Good job, Garathor. I guess you kind of saved us from a potentially hairy situation. I look at Iranae.
All of a sudden I see Iranae and I'm like, oh, right. Oh.
We have bigger things to worry about.
I'll take my fur armor and I'll lop a little toupee sized thing off of it.
I'm still wearing a tricorn hat.
I'm gonna just
got the pirate hat on.
So the dangly parts of my fur armor, I'm gonna just cut off about 4 square inches and be like, Iranae, I'm sorry. Just maybe if you wear it under the hat, it'll make you feel better.
Garathor, pull your hands back before I chop them off, yeah?
This is fair. All right, to the cube.
So, just on a whim, knowing that we need to tread without fear, I'm going to just walk down this set of stairs and forward, approaching the statue from the front side and see if anything happens. I suppose I'll take even a step off of the platform into the water to tread the water without fear.
Well, as you get down to the base, you notice that those seem to be floating pieces of wood.
I see.
Right there. Yeah.
Still, I guess same plan. Just
Okay.
What the hell? I'm sweating, so I'm out of the water.
Sure.
Looks like.
You step out. It is very dirty water, by the way. It's murky. It's kind
shit.
of swamp-like. If you want
without
to
fear. Without fear.
All right. You guys all see Alastor say, without fear, repeating the clue very precisely. And he takes a step out onto the wood which is splintered and just floating there. And you see him for a second, like, look back and kind of smile, and then whoosh, Alastor just tumbles into the water, full of swamp water.
Oh,
I start thrashing about.
I'll dive into the water to.
Silky also dives in.
So while they're diving into the water, I'm gonna jump onto this fallen platform and then over to here, and then jump to the middle.
Well, I would also like it to be known that when I dove in, I do have a rope tied around me and an immovable rod. And so I click the rod, I jump, the rope is now, moving as I'm going down, and it's a very much a Princess Bride in the quicksand thing, where I'm coming out of the water with Alastor and this kobold on my back, and I'm
Okay.
I think I actually swim over here. I avoid the scary half-orc being scary.
Sure. All right, so eventually you rope yourself and Alastor out. Both Iranae and Silky, please make acrobatics checks, please.
22.
Woo.
19.
All right, so you easily vault to that rock where you are, and Iranae, you hop, skip, and jump, triple jump right over to the statue, no problem. You guys feel like it's not like it's just normal land. You guys are skipping around these wet rocks. All right, investigation check, Iranae, I'm guessing?
Absolutely.
Look who's
All
just
right, you
kind of
take a
standing our
look at this
tiptoes.
frog. Its mouth up in the air like it's trying to, eat something.
Natural one!
Uh-oh. Does that mean you have to roll a dice again?
No, it's
only attack rolls, unfortunately.
Okay.
I wish it was ability checks too, because
Just to
I've
see what
rolled
would happen.
way more natural ones on ability checks than on attack roll.
I just want to see if the Ring of Timora does anything good. Really.
I want some chaos, not that much chaos, Alex. So, all right. Alex spends about 5 minutes, and there's this frog with his mouth open, and Iranae is just like looking around it, like looking for markings, checking the base, like running her hands along the side of it, and is just not finding anything. It's like, what is the secret to this frog? You're like pushing its eyes to see if there's secret levers, and you guys are all kind of like, what the heck? Like, you're kind of starting to wonder what Iranae's doing. Like, she seems very frantically trying to find something out about this frog.
I jump up onto the frog and help her out. I'm not sure what she's looking for, but I kind of want to help her find it.
So my original intention was to look in the mouth. I assume in all of the chaos, I have just completely spaced out on doing that.
Go ahead and make an investigation check, Silky.
My tippy toes just try to kind of peer.
It's like when you see that crazy person with all the threads connected to like nothing. Iranae, you just kept finding something, like a crack in the eye, and you're like, oh, this must mean something. And you totally forgot about just checking in the mouth. All right, with that investigation, you just like look in the mouth, and there's a key there.
Reach in, just kind of grab it, and I just kind of... Is a key.
Oh, give back as much as we take.
Oh, okay. I will search around on my person. I don't have a lot. I will take out 3 darts. And I will place them into the mouth.
Okay. You put the 3 darts in, and its frog mouth is still open, kind of looking to see if anything happens. Nothing really happens. You have the key in your hand.
Is that... Okay. I think I am done. I'll pocket the key and jump away.
Yep, I will frustratedly hop my way out.
Okay. You guys hop your way out, and you're back on shore.
By the way, when Garathor lassoed me out of the or rescued me from the pond, rather, I like cough up some water and then open my eyes and I look at him like he's David Hasselhoff, you know, to save my damn life. Which I'll repeat very quickly because he wasn't even there when I was talking about him. You say you rescued me from the pond, and I coughed up some water, and I opened my eyes, and you looked like David Hasselhoff to me right there, just watching it, bro. You saved my life, Garathor.
I did, Alastor. I'm good at many things. Valuable companion, I am.
I lift my hand up to be assisted back to my feet.
I picked this heavy man up, but because I'm so strong, it's
Roll
not
an
that heavy.
athletics check.
Yeah.
He falls back in the water. You're like trying to tug him, and you're like, oh my god, he's heavy, and you accidentally let him go, and he tumbles back in.
I
Oh,
dive
no
back in. I dive back in.
I was
Alright.
back on shore for that.
Yeah, you were like right next to the water. All right, he goes and grabs you and pulls you back out.
That was my fault. Hence your small porch portion. This would be much easier.
Yeah, I need my strength, Garathor. I'd be right up there with you if I just had a little bit more in the old belly.
If you had less in the belly, it'd be a lot better.
No, I need my fuel.
You're a lot of fuel.
It's good to carry reserves, Garathor. I walk away. I take my hat off, revealing my immaculate mullet, and then I like wring out my hat and then replace it.
Alastor, regardless of that, we need this cube. I imagine it's probably inside.
All right.
Patronizingly, I look back at him and said, "And we're moving." I'm already like going over to the door.
All right, you guys make your way up to the door, and there is a perfectly fitting keyhole right there on the front door.
I go, oh, okay, easy enough. And I take out the key and I slide it in, and
As you go to turn, I stop you.
Huh?
You'll get the hang of this. I would like to check the door for traps.
Investigation check.
So
I'd like to ready myself so that I could see anything possibly to not be surprised or fall into a trap.
All right. Garathor opens his eyes really wide,
Ooh.
19.
waiting for the darts or gas. All right, the door does not appear to be trapped.
All right, you get.
What the? So we check for traps on everything? Is that how adventure works?
Always, all the time. Everything is trapped. Always.
Fuck this
Don't forget
island.
it.
It's all traps.
Okay, I like it. Okay, I turn the key and try to push
Alright.
open the door or pull
As
it.
you turn the key, a heavy like steel bolt sound. Two of them. One on the top goes doom doom, and at the bottom you hear doom doom, and you see the door kind of crack a little bit.
I would like to, with my eyes open very wide, push them open.
All right. You push open the doors, and well, they would open out. So Garathor's like pushing, and then you guys eventually open them outward. It was cracked outward. You'd figure it out. All right.
I pull the doors open.
There is this marble staircase leading down in front of you, and the room opens up quite a bit. And across, you can see a pillar, the room about 30 feet, and you see a pedestal on top of this raised area, and on top of it, you see a puzzle cube to Kubazan. That is where
I'd like
we will
to...
end
Oh!
tonight's episode. Playing for
Really?
4 hours.
All right. That was more like it. That was really good. Thank you so much, Paul. Good job, everybody. We will pick up next week with some Curse of Strahd and come back here to the jungles of Chult the week after that. So, whenever we see you next out there, folks, take care, be safe out there, and we'll catch you next time. Peace.
And Happy New Year. Peace.
Happy New Year's.